I'm sorry I broke your window.
Don't worry, Damien. Look, I'm putting a claim in now. All done.
I don't want to break that too.
I see your car's fixed already.
It's good to be with the local team.
Home ground advantage.
This holiday is going to be awesome. Yes, the travel expert at RAA has organised everything. Just make sure you pack your hiking boots.
RAA is with you every step of the way, at home, on the road, and when it's time for a holiday, we're helping our members to
keep on moving on.
Welcome to Boral Connects, a new way of doing business with Boral that has been designed to improve your customer experience while saving you valuable time. We've undertaken extensive research, interviewing customers about the highs and lows of dealing with Boral concrete. Based on this feedback, we've developed some exciting new solutions that will give you greater visibility and control over your concrete orders and deliveries. Our aim is to provide you with near real-time delivery information and transparency of your concrete orders. Placing a concrete order has never been so easy. Follow the simple prompts and order your concrete at any hour of the day. Whether you're on the job site or in the office, you now have the ability to see all current and future orders online. You can now confirm or cancel your order online without having to call our service centre. You can also see when your concrete delivery will arrive on site, trucks are in transit, when trucks are scheduled for delivery, and be notified when your first truck is leaving the plant. Electronic docket can be accessed as soon as your truck arrives on site. All dockets will be via our dockets dashboard, giving you the option to download in bulk or individually as a PDF or CSV file. These are just a few of the exciting new features we're offering. Signing is easy for you.
Welcome to our viewers through Facebook Live and YouTube Live. It's the 2020 Grand Final. Adelaide Comets hosting Campbelltown. Once again, reminding you that the Boral Final Series is proudly presented by Boral. And Boral is Australia's largest supplier with a strong reputation for product quality and technical competency across a vast network of concrete, quarry and asphalt plants. Phone Boral today on 8425 0400. The final series proudly brought to you by Boral. We'd also like to acknowledge the support of the RAA, have been with us throughout the whole season. You can visit the RAA website for your travel inspiration or visit an experienced RAA travel agent at one of our 10 locations across SA and get planning today. We'd also like to acknowledge the support of Australia. They've been with us the whole season, providing our stats, time clock and scoreboard sponsorship. Welcome to Cooper's Stadium 2020. It is the NPL Grand Final and well, it's 1v2 tonight and your matchday commentators are Paul Pellizzari alongside me. Very good evening to you, Robbie.
Yeah, good evening, Paul. Good evening to the viewers that are watching this rip to Adelaide Comets up against Campbelltown. And this is what they both play for. I know it's late December 11th, 2020, but it's here tonight at Cooper's Stadium.
And down there at ground level, as usual, is Benny Dale. It's a very good evening to you, Ben.
How are you?
Very good, mate. A lot happening down there.
Very busy down here.
Already watering the pitch.
It's very nice for us. Nice night for football. A little bit windy down here.
So there's been a couple of weeks break, Rob. Who's this going to advantage or disadvantage, do you think, at the end of the day?
Well, Campbelltown had a great game against Adelaide City last week, 4-0, but Comets, with this break, I spoke to Barney a few days ago, and he said a few of their players that were injured, Nathan Anianto, Ninko Beric, they're fit now, and then they're in the starting lineup as well. So Comets, even though they have had the 4 weeks break, they had a game against Adelaide United. They played here at Cooper's Stadium, so I'll give them a chance tonight.
You don't wait for a 2 week or almost 4 week hiatus for the Comets.
Yeah, it's been tough. Yes, I mean, I must admit, number 20, not to have a key with the boys. Actually playing a little less intensity. It hasn't been ideal preparation, so it'll be interesting to see how the boys turn up today.
And Ben, as a coach of this league in the Federation, what does it mean for the players tonight to play on the sacred ground of Cooper's Stadium, mate?
Absolutely fantastic. It's what every footballer in this state wants to do, whether it's Adelaide or your own club. Being able to start on this pitch and showcase what you're capable of doing, it's absolutely fantastic opportunity.
And tonight, Ellis brings you the boundary line experience. We have a camera down there, so we're going to get some nice raw emotion of the coaches. Ben Dale's down there. He gets the vocal week to get the pictures that actually go with a vocal. So experience for those of you at home watching through Facebook Live, YouTube, and hopefully the camera will be a little bit kinder than the microphone.
Now, well, you know, it's a fantastic game tonight, the grand final. Campbelltown against Adelaide Comets against Campbelltown. One negative about it in today's paper, just nothing on it, which is so disappointing.
Big surprise, that one?
The advertiser, not even a brass razoo about tonight's game, which is very, very disappointing.
Benny, I know you're always politically correct. I'm going to put you on the spot here. Players wear the Channel 9 logo on their arms. What was the support like from Channel 9, do you think, this week?
I'd have to say it's pretty disappointing. It was mentioned on Friday breakfast on Coach. But no, the other, I mean, yeah, you know, I normally try to be politically correct. I know, it's disappointing. I must admit, we did the bushfire fundraiser earlier in the year, Adelaide United v the NPL All-Stars, and Channel 9 were there beforehand and stuff like that. So why that couldn't have happened tonight, I'm not sure, because it's a perfect opportunity. Return to Coopers, you know, why wouldn't you jump aboard?
And it's not like there's a lot of other things going on in sport around the moment.
No, that's right.
I know they had some other sport in the paper a couple of days ago. Not sure what it was. I think it was hockey or baseball.
There's too many
in the local league, but nothing about our local soccer.
Is that a conspiracy, Ben, do you think?
Look, the more I think about it at this point, I talk to my wife about it sometimes, and you look, you know, you get off a page about a father-son trade deal that's been done recently. Well, that's nice, but you know, what about something that we're doing here this whole week, you know, in the lead up to the final?
They're probably never going to play a kick of football, but they cover it like there's no tomorrow. It's you're right, Rob. It is the only negative of a beautiful night.
Magnificent.
The whole stadium, or 3/4 of the stadium, is open. North, south, and west stands are open. But where is the mainstream media in this game? You know, you can't say, oh, there's no room because we've got all the other sports going on. But anyway,
it's a disgrace.
Some people will say
the advertiser should be.
That's a shame.
Yeah, it's now up to us, isn't it, to promote it as best we can, and I'm sure everyone loves to hear our voices.
The voice Benny, it's not by the advertiser.
What have I been telling you for the last 10 years?
I'm going to not by the advertiser.
And let's keep on the positive at all. It is the end of the season. Finally, we got there after 10 months of the season, on and off with COVID interruptions all the way through. We'll quickly go through the team lineups because we hope to get some pre-match interviews with the coaches, and we thank them in anticipation of some pre-match interviews. So the home team tonight, of course, we'll go through that lineup there. In goals, of course, we've got Daniel Vaughan wearing number 5, Adam Lacornu. Number 6 is Jack Bladden. Number 7 is Tete Yangi. Number 9 is Andreas Wing. 11, Jaden Lobasso. Now, Benny, Lobasso, yes, to you pre-match, has... If they win tonight, he's going to shave his head.
Oh, I didn't know that was going to go to air. Wow, he'll be very happy about the fact that we've mentioned that. But he did actually say that.
So we'll keep him to that promise. Number 14, back to the team lineups. Nathan Anianto, number 14, as Rob mentioned, just getting over an injury there. Maybe that 4 weeks has helped them a lot. Ninko Beric, number 16. Number 18, Nathan Dimu. Number 22, the captain of the Comets, Alan Welsh. 23, Scotty Nagel. That's the starting lineup for the Adelaide Comets. On the bench, it's not a bad bench either, just quietly. Number 3, Manly, number 4, Tom Dittmar. Number 8, Ryan Yates. Number 10, Anthony Mavrolambatis. 77, Chris Christophilus. And the reserve goalkeeper for the Comets is Julian Torres.
Benny, they've picked a starting lineup of 3 or 4 magnificent players up front, especially. And we're talking about Andreas Wiens has been in great. Teti Yengi, Ninko Beric, Ani Anto, a lineup of players up front that can certainly score goals.
Oh, most definitely. It goes to show possibly what Barney's thinking in regards to his approach to today's game, because Yatesy and Bladden and Welshie were combining exceptionally well throughout the season in that midfield. So to make some changes there, I don't know whether there's an injury cloud over Yatesy, an injury some weeks back, but it goes to show they're really going all out.
Yes, an attacking lineup, certainly right. So looking at the Campbelltown Red Devils lineup, it could be 3 in a row for the Campbelltown Red Devils. In goals, number 20 is Nicholas Harpers. Number 2, the captain of the very exciting machine. I can't be surprised to see him playing in the A-League in the future. Number 7, Boral, 8, Alex Mullen. 9, Mark Marino. Is he going to pull up okay from last week? Got a bit of cramp. 10, Luigi DeTroyer. 11, Joshua Perez had that team. 14, Adam Pictionary. 16, Daniel Mullen. 23, Nick Halliday. That's a starting line for the Red 6 players on the bench. Number 5, Marcus Dion Kirk. 12, Nicholas Francesi. 15, Anthony Pictionary. Number 4, Connor Centofanti. And the reserve keeper is Jimmy Signorello. The officials for tonight's clash is the captain himself. Daniel Cook is a senior referee. He's Daniel Goodwin. The other assistant is Henry Day. And the 4th official who's had a great year as a referee, and that's a female, Isabella Less.
Okay, of course, as we mentioned, 3 of the 4 areas open at Cooper Stadium, and we might just get, if we can, to see what the viewers, of course we can see the empty stand on that side, but we might get one of Pete down there looking back at us to see how many people are actually filling this ground. Now, can you give us a bit of a guesstimate? I'd be happy with a 2-4 type crowd, 2,000 to 4,000. What do you think, Benny? Are we around that? Are we getting close to that?
I'm not very good with that sort of stuff, but I think it'd be about 2,000 for me at the moment. Apparently there was 2,000 at the State League 1 grand final last night, which is a massive for Velo. It would have been fantastic.
Looking at the amount of players played last season, Campbelltown had 13, as I said last week. Played, this is their 3rd game in a row for the 3 premierships in a row, possibly. Adelaide Comets, they had 10 players that played last season in their squad. And I think, looking at both squads, I think the Comets have added a bit of bite from last season compared to what Campbelltown. I like their couple of players they picked up, Baresi and Carpenter. They lost Matsumoto from last year, so that's a good lineup. But Adelaide Comets from last year, they picked up Daniel Vaughan, Manny Barnett, Ninko Beric, who's added a bit of bite to that team, Ryan Yates, Mavro Lombardis as well. So I think Comets are a better team than Campbelltown last year.
Well, we'll see if Benny can get hold of the Comets coach to see what his thoughts are. He's just doing a quick chat. We'll see if Barney is available for you now, which he is. We'll go down to boundary side with the coach of the Comets.
I'll come over here. He's there, but they're coming out, so yeah.
Where we?
Yeah. Okay. But just mentioned before the game that you got an opportunity to have a kickabout against Adelaide United on the pitch the other week. How did the boys enjoy that experience, regardless of the result, and being able to play out here and this week?
Oh, look, we brought 20 players here. You know, there were 5-6 boys that haven't kicked the ball in the NPL that played in that game. Against their heroes, really. They were a bit starstruck. But it was great to get out on the field, you know, get a feel for High Marsh. Mainly for our senior boys, they only got sort of half an hour, 45 minutes to open their legs. We didn't want to push them too hard because we have to manage overload and injury, and having a 3-week break's not that easy. But to get that game in, I think the boys will be much better for it tonight. Very attacking lineup tonight. We've been talking about that before. A couple of changes from a couple of weeks back. What are you expecting? Look, we've got a few surprises for them, and fortune favours us going for it.
Great. Thanks, Barney.
Thank you for Barney there allowing us time prior to kick-off, and we'll probably speak to Fifey shortly because there's a lot of formalities going on tonight. But just before we get the national anthem and more formalities, just the head-to-head with these two teams. Last time our Comets obviously touched up Campbelltown 3-0 to make Campbelltown in September of this year beat Comets 3-2 on their home, and back to this year where Campbelltown beat the Comets 1-0 away as well.
There was a few players that played treble as well. Nicholas Harper was his third grand final in a row. Sean Harvey, Matthew Mullen, Kirk, also Alex Mullen, Martin, Louis Troyer, Adam Pictionary, also Jake Halliday. Those are the players that played their third game in a row. If they win tonight's game, in a row.
You were talking about the firepower from this year as opposed to last year. Last year they swapped positions on the table. Comets came second, Campbelltown first. But we will pause now for the national anthem without a doubt. And now we'll go through the head-to-head before we talk to Fifey. I know we talked to Robert, we're just sorting something out technically. So the important one here, Rob, is the Adelaide Comets v Campbelltown. In 23 times they've met, 9 wins Comets, 3 draws, a loss. So Campbelltown in the last 23 holding sway, but not much.
Yeah, I don't know about the Paul, but I think tonight can be a ripper. I find it hard to pick a team that's going to win tonight's grand final, but yeah, I think it's their blue team. I'm leaning towards the Comets. They beat them 3-0 at their. I know it's about. I know I had some spies at Ellis Park looking at the training of Comets. They actually had the training pitch as big as High Marsh Stadium, so they trained that way as well. So let's see what happens with that. So I
just checking with our producer if we're right to go down to. Yeah, we are down to you, Benny. You might want to turn around, mate, because we're getting that.
Okay, not a problem. We've got Fifey with me. Fifey, last week, outstanding performance, and exactly what the doctor ordered. How are the boys feeling this week?
Boys are feeling good. Yeah, confident last week. Played really well, but with the training track and boys really well. So don't know what to take this week and in this game, because we have been in a pressure situation. They're a very good team, so we're going to be very.
And had a game time. He came off last week. I understand he's okay.
Put up okay, yeah, just general soreness. But all right, how you doing? But he's ready to go. He's all good to go. There's Mark Graham. What a legend! What a legend!
He is, isn't he? He is. Look, good luck tonight. Thank you for giving us the time, because I know we're about to kick off. And have a good game.
Thanks, Benny.
Okay, thanks, Fifey.
Right, are they the guys from NASA that just walked in front of the camera?
I know.
Adelaide Comets. Michael Edwards, please get a tech on the stream quality. What's happening with the stream quality?
I think they've rebooted, so hopefully that's what they're addressing. So anyway, it is the Adelaide Comets taking on Campbelltown. They met last year, Campbelltown holding sway. Just bear with us for those technical issues. First time out here at Cooper's for us as well. Not that I want to make excuses, but we'll get there. Benny, what's the mood like down there?
Look, it's very busy, it's very exciting, and that wind's dropped down a little bit, but it's going to have an impact, I think, on the game tonight.
Okay, so the Comets boys in their huddle. Campbelltown.
Yeah, looks okay to me. Strange.
Well, they might have rebooted. Just about in readiness. Adelaide Comets, it's a healthy crowd here tonight, I must say.
So we're going for
with no help from the mainstream anti-soccer mafia media.
Who are we going for, boys? Come on.
I'm not going to make a prediction. I can't split them.
Benny?
Can you hear me okay?
Yep.
Comet. I'm going Comets.
I'll go Comets 2-1.
You need to come out, Benny, like we discussed earlier on, please.
2-1 Comets. Just.
I'm going with the informed team, the momentum, Campbelltown. Sorry. You pushed me into a corner, Rob.
That's it. Make a decision and go for it. Big game tonight. The grand final. Campbelltown against the Comets. That kickoff on the way. Right-hand side of the park. Straight into the arms of the keeper in Daniel Vaughan.
See where that photographer is, mate? That's where you need to be. Please.
Me?
Yep. No guts, no glory. It's grand final night as the long ball forward. Weens, good control for the Comets. Thought about Yengi, but let him go. Played it wide. That was Nagel. And he's won the throw in for the Comets. Far side of the ground here at Cooper Stadium. This final series, the grand final, NPLSA 2020, all thanks to Boral, as you can see in the background. Throwing Comets first into attack. It's left. It's Berich who leaves it for Weens, who shoots, and that's the first goal attempt going the way of the Comets, and well off target.
Gee, strike force of Berich, Weens, Yengi. We saw that goal a few weeks ago. We're going back 5 weeks probably now from Yengi. Took on 4 or 5 plays and really smoked the Campbelltown team 3-0 that day. Different story here at High Marsh. Campbelltown seemed to grow another leg when they play here. Remembering they beat him 3-0 last year's grand final. There's Lobasso.
Whose hair is at stake tonight, Rob?
He's got lots of hair. He's going to lose it all if he wins. As Berich works hard over the sideline for a throw-in.
So Comets with a throw-in. Lobasso inboard. Good work by Bladden. He goes for a little bit of a run. Plays it through to Berich, but he couldn't control it. Halliday goes for the safety of the line. That'll be a throw into the Adelaide Comets. It's all been played the first couple of minutes in their attacking half. It's exactly what Barney would want. Berich under pressure. Cleared in the end by Campbelltown. Marino tried to body it out. Didn't come off, and LeCornu will tidy up for the Comets.
All the way back to Vaughan it goes. Key to this game, I think Carpenter, Benny. I think if you can play like he played last week.
Yeah, he should be buzzing after last week.
As it goes out. Captain Welsh, what a season he's had. Serge Melter medalist. He's won it 3 times. As a keeper in Harper's, goes short. Daniel Mullen. Goes short to Alex Mullen. Looking for some support. Halliday's there. Goes all the way. Both teams looking a bit cautious at the moment. Harper's, he's got to get rid of it. Does so, centre of the ground, looking for Marino in the way to LeCornu, and Puccineri sends it wide.
It's all right now for Campbelltown with a long searching ball. Marino might have made his run perfect. Good first touch, shot and saved by the keeper. Didn't get the connection he would have liked, in fairness to Marino, but he did everything right by the last touch. And a great goal opportunity, guys. It goes begging for Campbelltown.
Gee, he scored in the 5th minute last year, if you remember. 5th minute.
Wow, I thought that was going to be a repeat.
Yeah, almost. Couple of minutes away, but
they're going for their 3-peat tonight.
Awkward slip there.
So now Baresi plays it in, board again to Marino. Better touch and better shot, but just off target. Got the power he wanted this time, but not the accuracy.
Just feel he's not in his peak fitness like he was last year.
It's not too bad, though. If that's not his peak, look out.
He stumbled on that one before. Anyhow, it's Comets with the ball on the back line. He's a good play, this one, Damu. All the way back to his keeper in Vaughan. Lecornu. Back to Vaughan it goes. Keeper for the Comets.
I'd say we've got our 4,000 tonight.
So goes inboard.
Actually, I think it could be right. Quite spread, isn't it?
Goes to Lobus, who's had a great season. Should have got the free
challenge.
kick. Captain Cook, the referee. Daniel Cook on the spot. Sees a free kick to the Comets.
See if we can get this on replay. Watch this. Here's late by Carpenter. Oh, lucky not to get a card, in fairness. You were right in front of it, Benny. Lucky not to get a card.
Oh, definitely, yeah. I think had it been a bit later in the game, which shouldn't really matter, but I think that would have been yellow.
So now the ball in the middle of the park, but it's Campbelltown in possession through Mullen. Alex Mullen almost runs out of line. Could have been a foul again.
That's a foul.
Late boot there from Alex, just quietly. Getting it into a very delicate area.
The bus has hurt himself.
Andiano.
Anianto, is it?
Oh, it's Anianto, sorry.
Might watch this on replay. I reckon it was just an accident to try and beat that in the groin area. Here's the challenge. That's the free, but just watch the feet afterwards. Bang in the middle. Yes, I think he did get in the Netherlands, if I can say.
Anianto, key player too, isn't he?
He's okay though. He's had a
playing
haircut.
a little bit of a slightly different role, isn't he? He's almost playing in Yates's role today rather than the normal traditional role that he would play.
So Louis de Troy now for Campbelltown. Grandstand side here at Cooper Stadium. It's the NPLSA Grand Final 2020. What can Louis conjure up? Halliday offered the run, ignored. Goes to the tip of the hot spot. Fairly deep. Weens gets a head on it. Only as far as Daniel Mullen will get it back into the box. Near post! Keeper had to be there. Not overly convincing. It'll be a corner. And Campbelltown looking good.
They've had their 3 chances, haven't they?
See that on replay. Near post. Keeper had to get there and did.
So corner kick on the far side. Carpenter to take it. Can you get it, Nico? Moving up. Baresi, one to watch. Also Daniel Mullen. Swings it in too close to the keeper though. Keeper did punch it. Now for a corner kick again. This time on the left side. Grandstand side here at Cooper Stadium.
Good crowd tonight. The football family coming together as Allright goes short. Chance now, it was, but not good connection. Marino was there, but Piscianieri probably would have wanted a better touch than that. That'll be a goal kick to the Comets.
Marino's finding a bit of space in there.
One to watch out for. He knows where the goals are. So Vaughan will take this goal kick for Campbelltown. We've played just over 6.5 minutes. On the green play, Australia time clock. On the scoreboard it is 0-0. As Vaughan's gets it out. Looking for Yangi. Pumped up front. Looking for Weens. Captain Harvey's got a lot to do. Did well in the end. Ball's over the sideline. Will be a throw in. Or a free kick. No, it is a throw in. Go to Campbelltown. Quickly taken. Baresi goes back to Allright. He gets it into attack. It's at the Detroyer.
Good speed.
Running onto it. But good tackle there by Lecornu.
Wow.
Sends it over the sideline for a throw in.
Had to be precise, and he was. Quickly taken, throw in. Campbelltown. No time to rest with a shot by Baresi with the left foot. No direction, no power.
Third goal attempt already.
They're absorbing at the moment, Comets.
See, we've only played 7 odd minutes, and I reckon there's been about 5 or 6 goal attempts in total by both teams.
There's 3 from Campbelltown and 1 for Comets. You could have called Piscianieri's an attempt, but it didn't really register.
I wouldn't register that. So Daniel Vaughan now, the keeper for the Comets. Beautiful night here in Adelaide, South Australia, at Cooper Stadium. Is there a breeze down there, Benny?
It's died off a bit now, actually. It was very strong before, but it picks up every now and again. It's quite inconsistent.
Bladden goes backwards to Lecornu, who goes wide. Gee, that's a terrible ball. Maybe a bit of nerves.
They haven't opened up well, Comets.
Oh, they had the first couple of minutes was theirs, but
that's about it.
Campbelltown
they haven't really
held
settled
sway
in
from
possession, though, have they? They were pressing high when they weren't in possession, but with the ball, they haven't really been too efficient, really.
Yengi gets fouled. That could be a foul, and it is. Louis, the culprit, Louis Detroit. No card. Sensible refereeing by the captain, Captain Cook. Daniel Cook, of course, is his real name. Rob likes to give nicknames.
I would have thought Elder would have got this job, but Cookie did it in the last 2 years, I think.
Yeah.
He's done it, and he's a quality referee as well.
So free kick to be taken by Anianto. Socks down already. Good to have your company through Facebook Live, YouTube Live. Hopefully the technical issues have sorted themselves out and the viewing experience has improved for you. What about the tips on Facebook, Rob, as the free kick comes in now for the Comets? It's a long ball. It is headed by Welsh. Weens gives chase in the box. Could have been handball. Not a good clearance, so Welsh gets a second bite. Mullen in the way, clears it now to Marino, but he's got no one in support. So Marino's going to have to do it himself with a couple coming. Labasso, good speed. Goes back to his captain, and Marino just going on with it afterwards. Maybe he wanted a piece of that ponytail before it got cut off, Ben.
He's got to be careful with those elbows. We know we've seen that already this season.
Absolutely, good call.
So it's Anianto with the ball, goes back to Lecornu. Adam Lecornu goes to the youngster, Damu. The ball pumps it. Switches a good play, actually. Got it to Yengi. Yengi with the ball. Scott Nagel on the left, but it ends up with the play there on Weens. Loses out though. Marino's been busy. He goes to Carpenter. Oh, it's come unstuck. Labasso working hard. He's got the move next to him. He just gets it over the halfway line. Trying to find Beric. All the way back to the keeper there in Nicholas Harpers.
Well, they're a 9-goal better team in the season proper. We're Comets, so we'll see what happens tonight. Was with Rob mentioning the firepower prior to this game, but I believe in form and momentum. And that 4 weeks, well, doesn't appear to have affected the Comets too much so far, but I still fancy Campbelltown, but it's early days as Baresi now gets a left foot up the line to Carpenter, who's got a very deadly left foot. Comes in board now, Carpenter one way, then the other. Still Carpenter in the box, needs support. A lot of blue shirts back, but as he thought about the shot first time, probably should have gone first time. On the second, too many legs to get through. And that's another goal attempt wasted as you watch that on replay. Here's where it should have gone bang first time, but...
could have gone anywhere.
Yeah, well, that's exactly right. Could have gone anywhere.
So to move with the ball for Comets here at the Cooper Stadium, grandstand side. Over the sideline it goes. It'll be Halliday to take the throw in for Campbelltown. Gets it out. Damu.
Oh, well done.
Winning the ball is Baresi. Chance for Campbelltown. Baresi! Yes! Goal! Goal for Campbelltown. They take the lead here at Cooper Stadium. Baresi got into the back of the net. It's Campbelltown 1, Comets 0.
She had a lot to do because Marino wanted the ball in the middle on the penalty spot, but we'll watch the replay of this because Baresi gambled and won. Watch this. This is where he could have laid it to Marino first time, but he didn't. He said, no, I'm going to do it myself. And not the greatest of hits in the end, but effective nevertheless. And Campbelltown find themselves 1-0 up in the grand final here against the Comets. There it is. Had a lot to do there, Rob. Still
stayed by the youngster.
Yeah, a little bit of nerves by Damu there. A little bit of inexperience, I think.
Wow. So
needs to settle a bit more now. You can see they have really not settled into their game yet, Comets.
They haven't. And that's what happens when you get 4 weeks off. And Campbelltown, as Paul said, had the momentum.
Who did you tip, Ben?
Comets.
Go, Jaden, go!
But this could be what they needed just to wake up a bit.
Yeah, so Beric now, overlapping run from Labasso, centres the ball, and Weens was lurking. But Harper's got down in time. And you're right, boys, that might have been the wake-up call Campbelltown needed.
Certainly got that attacking power, haven't they? But they've just got to settle on the ball a bit more. Just get some simple possession happening. Just settle a bit.
So the ball with Labasso now for the Comets. Goes short. Captain Welsh goes backwards. Dimu finds Lecornu. So Lecornu now for the Comets. Back to Welsh. Welsh, who we know can score goals as well, so if need be, he can go up. It's all hands on deck as Mullen gets the awkward touch, Yengi, and foul going the way of Campbelltown as Beric was through on goal, but
late tackle.
Everyone had stopped by then. And we'll see if we can go back to that foul. Here it comes on stage. On screen, I should say. And bang, there is just a dumping of Mullen. Back to the live play, and it's Yengi in the middle of the park.
So Yengi with the ball. Can Comets get back into this game? They are down 1-0 as it goes to Nagel. Chance but cleared here by the Campbelltown defender.
Daniel Mullen.
Daniel Mullen. He had a good game last week, Mullen.
He did. He did. He certainly looked after Carter, didn't he, last week, and might be doing the same this week. But that's Comets' first corner of the half.
So it is on the far side. It'll be Bladden to take this corner kick. Got some tall timbers, haven't they, Comets? As they get it in, it's too short. Cleared here by Halliday. Goes to Detroyer. Good pressure by the Comets defence. As it ends up with Anianto. He's got the ball one way there, chips it. No one there though. Cleared here by Alex Mullen. Goes to Marino. Carpenter, left side of the park. Grandstand side. Goes short. Marino can't quite control it. Over the sideline for a throw-in.
Labasso with a throw-in for the Comets, who are trailing 1-0. 12th minute goal by Badesi if you've just joined us for Campbelltown. Of course, Comets finishing top of the table with 44 points, but only a point behind them was Campbelltown. But the interesting point there is Comets 9 goals more. Yengi, good evasion now, attacking the goal, but he's got a couple of red shirts around him, goes in board, trying to find Welsh. Didn't come off. Lacornu goes short. Nagel goes further wide to Yengi, back to Nagel. Goes back to Lacornu. He goes long, trying to find Berich, asking a lot of Berich, but Berich will do well to get there and keep it in. Berich now near the byline, one way then the other, gets the cutback, wins the corner off of Halliday. And second corner for Comets. See if this one could be better delivery. Rob, you said they got a lot of height in the box, but didn't even get to him.
Got to get past that first defender, don't they?
Comets beat Campbelltown 3-0 last time out in the prelim final.
It was at Santos though. So it'll be Anianto with the left-footer's in-swinger. Even Demu's up there. Certainly got some big fellas.
Better, but too deep.
And it goes over the goal line for a goal kick. Two poor corners by Comets. Good to see them attacking though. They are down 1-0 here at Cooper Stadium. It's Campbelltown just pushing to each other, playing keepies off at the moment.
Stay inside, Ninko.
Mullen, back to his keeper it goes. Harpus, right side of the park, goes to his captain in Harvey. Playing a bit dangerously, I feel. Campbelltown in defence. There's Labasso, tries to win it.
Wow. Wow.
Wins there.
Can I see that on replay? That was a high foot there.
That was a bit lucky.
There,
wasn't it?
Let's have a look at this. Watch the start. Wow. Oh, yeah, he probably kept it low, but those sliding challenges always catch the eye of the referees. Lucky there was no contact. Alex will tell us he knew what he was doing.
So Comets trying to get to it. Well won there by Alex Mullen, trying to find Marino. It'll go to the keeper though. He'll have to get rid of it.
Yeah, it was.
Does so over the sideline for a throw-in.
See, that's a little bit out of character as well for Comets, because they left that. Really, to me, that was one-on-one there, and that's very dangerous for Marino, the way that he is at the moment as well.
True. So Halliday now with a throw-in for Campbelltown, who lead 1-0 over the Comets. He finds Detroyer tight against the byline. Detroyer goes backwards. They use Daniel Mullen, and he does. Harvey's next in line. That's the way it goes. Harvey on their beautiful Cooper Stadium pitch. Boys will be loving playing on this tonight. This is what they all teams work to play for throughout the season. There's Bladden now with the man bun, turns it over cheaply. Mullen from distance sees the keeper off his line, and it had to be tipped over. And it was in the end by Vaughan. Good vision by Mullen. See this on replay.
That is Campbelltown's 6th goal attempt at the half.
Wow, see the distance. That was going in.
That was going in.
6, did you say, Ben?
Yep, 3 on target, 3 off target.
And backpedaling, you had to save that.
Thanks to those stats, thanks to Green Play Australia. Green Play Australia time clock, 18 minutes gone this first half. And on the Green Play Australia scoreboard, it's Comets 0, Campbelltown 1.
What's the capacity they can have here at Campbelltown, at the Cooper Stadium, Paul? 7,000, isn't it?
It was 7, I think, with the whole thing open. So now with 3 out of 4 open, I'm not too sure on that capacity.
It's about 2,500, 3,000 people here.
No, I'd say 5, Rob. We're close to, have a look what we've got. This standalone. Anyway, it's Campbelltown from distance as Pishineri goes backwards to Mullen, who tried to chip it in the box. Claims of handball, ignored by the referee as Teti doing the Yankee doing the defending, I should say, eventually. Yeah, I reckon we're up to about 5.
Yeah, 4.5 to 5, yep. So the left side of the park, it's all right, switching flanks. Goes inboard, goes to Daniel Mullen. Mullen's got a play on the right-hand side of the park. Trying to pick him up. Is that Harvey? Well, Harvey's got it now, actually, captain.
Neither team's taken a stranglehold of that midfield yet, though, have they? It's been bypassed a lot of the time.
Go to the right-hand side of the park. That's
Carpenter.
Carpenter. Try to do a tricky. Didn't come. Came unstuck as it goes. Again, Harvey's there.
Troy switch sides.
Troy it is on that far side. As it goes in. That's Detroit, right-hand side it is again. The light's coming on.
Yeah, I reckon we're at 4.5, 5. Absolutely, and that's really good. I mean, considering there were 14,000 views to the final last week, Campbelltown and Adelaide City, so the market's there, and they don't need that mainstream pathetic media. As a beautiful through ball for Marino. Marino shoots on the 10 and scores! Wow! The second one for Campbelltown. 20 minutes gone.
Great goal there by Marino, watching the replay.
And how good was Pishineri in that?
Dangerous. And he's left on his zone too much, isn't he?
I've said that before. He's getting too much space. Very dangerous.
Great ball. Runs onto it. Marino.
She had a lot to do. Had a lot to do. 20th minute of the game. So there it is. Watch this. A beautiful ball by Pishineri on the halfway line. Centimetre perfect, if I could steal a quote. He had a look at the goalkeeper. He knew what he was doing. Wow, that is a fantastic goal. Defender to beat, keeper to beat. And beat them both.
Not only was that pass outstanding from Pishineri, but the lead up to it, the composure that he showed when he got the ball there. And then the finish was exquisite.
Green Play Australia scoreboard. Comets 0, Campbelltown 2. It could be 3. Marino sees the keeper off his line.
Ooh,
and that was on target, mind you. And Vaughan had to be behind that. And it's just like a shooting gallery at the Royal Show at the moment.
8th goal attempt.
Wow.
I told you had to look out the way they started Campbelltown. Comets are just not in it at the moment. Can they get the game? And remember, guys, they were 2-0 up, Campbelltown, at their home ground going back the second round of the season, if you remember. And Comets came back to 2-2. I know they lost in the end 3-2, so it can happen. Comets can come back.
Well, to me, Ben, I think Comets look a little shell-shocked, a little bit of out of touch, maybe a little bit nervous to boot as well.
I agree with you completely, and just the body language of some of those players that you might have expected that little bit more from. I'm not trying to be critical, but just they've really got to take a strength. They've got to really take ownership here, bit of leadership.
Momentum is a lot in this game, Rob.
Certainly is. It's Carpenter with the ball. Again, Marino on his own.
Absolutely.
Someone's got to mark him or get a bit tighter. Otherwise, the game is
But if
gone.
you notice, Marino's flicking from side to side, so he's making it hard for any man marking because it's either Dimu on one side or Lecornu now. Either one's got to follow him.
Agree completely.
Or just when he switches, make sure you follow him.
To me, Dimu on Marino, stick with him. Nagel just sweeping behind. But that's why we're on the sidelines.
You won't be for much longer, or you'll be on the sidelines coaching.
Yeah, exactly.
So Comets on the far side it goes. Can they get back into this game? Nagel goes inboard to Bladden. Bladden with the ball looking for the long cross or long ball to Labasso. Can't quite control it. And that's gone over the goal line. It will be a goal kick. Campbelltown leading 2-0. Playing as they did last week. They won 4-0 last week and continuing it tonight here at the Cooper Stadium.
So Harpus now with the goal kick. He'll go short to Harvey on the far side for Campbelltown, the captain. He looks up, Detroit ignored, goes longer instead. And he's found Baresi, sort of, who Lecornu gets in his way, but it did come off Baresi last. And that'll be a goal kick to the Comets. 23 and a bit gone on the Green Play Australia time clock. Green Play Australia scoreboard. Comets 0, Campbelltown 2. As they come out of defence now. In the middle of the park, Bladden, short to Welsh. Finds Yengi. Yengi now dispossessed. But is he all right? Mullen working the triangles. Mullen now, Alex Mullen going for a bit of a run. Gets a bit of a nudge from Welsh. Play on, says the referee. Still Mullen near that corner flag. Tries to get the cutback, does. The corner almost had an airy there. Welsh does the tidying up. Bladden goes wide. And Nagel now with a long searching ball finds Weens. He goes backwards to Anianto. Anianto now can go for a bit of a run. A few red shirts gathering though. Berich was wide if he wanted him, ignored Labasso, now uses Berich. Berich tight against the line, comes back inboard to Bladden. Goes back to Lecornu, and Campbelltown have manned up.
So Comets with the ball, Yengi has got it. What can they do? Barney Smith on the sidelines. Sitting down, he's not standing up.
He was before, trust me.
Yengi with the ball, they need a goal. Yengi took on 3 or 4 against them 4 weeks ago. It's come unstuck.
They're a different team tonight, Campbelltown.
100%. They grow another leg at Cooper's.
The Comets just struggling with that fluency through their midfield as well. Really disjointed, giving the ball away out of character.
Labasso with the ball right side, cuts it that Adelaide stops the ball, does it well, and they win themselves a corner kick.
COVID-19 requirements. Please ensure you follow the directions of the venue staff tonight and that you have scanned into the venue using either the QR code or sign-in sheet.
Well, no one's got COVID in Adelaide, so I don't know how you can pass something on that isn't around at the moment. So, but I suppose it's got to be, it's got to be made. Left foot in, swing a corner kick. Comets, bit of a touch there by Harpers. Now the shot awkward and awful. Still in. It wasn't a shot, a pass. Back to Anianto, one way then the other. Lecornu, he'll claim that. Here's Anianto now in the box, shoots! And over the bar, Harpers let it go. So it's a goal kick.
That's only Comets' second goal attempt, and both of them off target.
Watch this. This is good work by Anianto in the box. A couple of red shirts. Halliday hot on his hammer. And Harper's good judgment because it wasn't too far off.
And they need Berich to start getting into this game as well.
Very
Renee
true.
plays more of an out-and-out striker, but is playing a bit more in the midfield. So goal kick be taken here by Harpers. Campbelltown leading 2-0. Just over the halfway line it goes. Up went Lecornu. Berich. No one there though, only Mullen, Daniel Mullen, all the way back to his keeper, and Harpers. Had a good game last week, Harpers. As he switches play right side of the park. Detroyer. And that pass not good. And will harmlessly go all the way back to Vaughan.
So Vaughan now will start the rebuild for the Comets. 26.5 gone on the Green Play Australia time clock. Berich, gee, rusty touch, awful touch, and that's out of play for a throw-in. So Comets a little bit shell-shocked at the moment. A bit quiet on the sidelines, even as Barney Smith, which is unusual, as Halliday chips the ball forward. Lecornu calling his keeper in, and Vaughan easy in the end. Thought about Dimmu. He's got Lecornu if he wants short, but he'll use Dimmu instead. Now Dimmu looks up, there's Weens there, the long searching ball for Yengi again, but it's cut out by Allright. Welsh brings it down nicely to Bladden. Nice through ball, that's better to feet for Berich. Back to Bladden on the halfway line. Comets in blue, if you've just joined us, attacking the goal to our right, and the Campbelltown Red Devils, of course, in red, attacking the goal to our left.
So it goes to Anianto. Can Comets get back into this game? Right-hand side, not a good ball. Intercepted there by Carpenter. Trying to find Baresi. Well done, Labasso. Went to Damu. Goes to Bladden. Lecornu. Decides to go back to Bladden. Goes right-hand side. Labasso. To Damu. Comets just trying to push it around, trying to get their game going. Anianto.
It's definitely a better approach, just keeping that ball, just keeping it, build it up, don't force it.
Lecornu to Bladden. Looking for Berich. Labasso's been busy. Carpenter on him. Labasso gets it in, gets a nice cross. Shot, good save by the keeper.
Great header, Welsh.
That was Welsh, Captain Welsh. And the keeper got down well to that.
Yeah, but I
could have gone in.
Could have gone in, but I like the work Welsh did to actually get to it and put a goal bound.
Great delivery from Labasso too.
Yep.
Don't know if we can see the replay of that maybe at half time, but that was good work by Welsh as Lacornu's reading everything in the air. Only Hunter with an interesting back pass. Keeper won't pick it up, Vaughan, but he's not pressured to. Good crowd here tonight at Cooper Stadium. It's the NPLSA Grand Final 2020. It's all thanks to Boral. As now Dimu turns it over. Pictionary got in the way. He and Mullen, and now Halliday playing with it at the back. Halliday did very well. Looking for movement. Geez, he's put Mullen under pressure, but Alex did well to keep that ball. He goes wide now to Allright. Comes inboard to Louis de Troyer. Harvey the captain, Daniel Mullen. Halliday again to the halfway line, but Ayresy coming deep to get the ball. Carpenter, we know he's got a beautiful left foot, but he's turned it over, and here comes Dimu for the Comets.
Dimu inboard, he goes to Anianto. Centre of the ground it is at the moment. Goes even further wide to Nagel. Bladden. Dimu. Starting to look a bit better, Comets, but that's not a good ball. Well run there by Pictionary.
Jeez, he's holding his groin there, Marino. Did you see that?
Goes to Marino.
I didn't see it.
I think Blind Freddie would have seen that.
I was too busy watching Dimu's body language because he's just given the ball away a few times.
Watch Marino. I think he's gone, mate.
Yep.
He's gone.
Yeah, his body language.
No, not good. And that's a groin.
Yeah. You're right. You're right, Paul. Good pick up.
But a 2-0 up.
Yeah, they sort of can afford to.
He's trying to run it off, but he might do more damage than good.
I think so. It's just it wasn't right last week, wasn't he? But scored a beautiful goal. That's the main thing. As Captain Harvey.
They've got versatility within their squad, haven't they? So he's a big player to replace, but they've got the numbers on the bench there.
Detroit trying to find Marino.
See what Fifey does now. Pogliacomi calling back Kirk. I don't know. 30 minutes gone. He's gone.
Yeah.
Half an hour gone in the game, and Marino, who has already contributed via a goal in the 20th minute, will probably be substituted by the looks of this.
Straight swap for Dion Kirk by the looks of it.
Well, that's what happened last week, sort of thing. See the sideline view.
It was always a risk, but the risk was okay, wasn't it?
LSA bringing you that beautiful sideline, boundary line view. Getting down there amongst it for our viewers through Facebook Live and YouTube Live. Don't need that mainstream rubbish, do we? This is all we need, FSA TV. Watch it when you want, how you want. Look at that. It's beautiful stuff.
Players just getting a few drinks as well into them.
Pogliacomi there on screen. Goalkeeping coach, former goalkeeper, and there's a change.
Coming off is number 9, Mark Marino.
Yeah. He's already scored, so he's contributed.
He'll be replaced by number 6, Dion Kirk.
Who played well when he came on last week anyway, so.
He did. Very busy. Got the nuisance factor about him.
See, that is brilliant, that boundary side view, is it not, Rob? Just, I'm even enjoying it.
Yeah, it's fantastic. Barney Smith hands on his hips, you can see there.
It's a different dimension.
You see Ian Fife as well.
It's the LSA experience, live streaming access. And
what a year Ian Fife, takes over. Could win a premiership, 2-0 up.
You know, we can't underestimate, you did mention Pogliacomi, he's very vocal on the sidelines, he's a good motivator, he's got a lot of experience at this, the highest level really.
Yes.
So now the ball with Dimu doing some defending, Welsh for the Comets. A bustle, good turn, Bladden in tight, it's been turned over, nice little backheel Pictionary. But Welsh making sure of it, wins the throw in, so last touch off the Campbelltown player. Find themselves 2-0 up, Campbelltown. 33 minutes approaching, gone in this first half on the Green Play Australia time clock.
Player goes down, it's Pictionary wins the ball.
It's I thought that was a foul.
Harvey, Captain Harvey finds the Troyer.
What's going on here?
He let the first one go though, didn't he? So
goes out to Pictionary.
And he let that one go.
Ends up with Halliday. Goes short to Carpenter. Halliday gets a beautiful ball. Chance for Campbelltown.
Oh.
But it's cleared just away from Baresi. Goes out to Captain Welsh in board. They lose
pressure.
out again. They're making mistakes in defence of Comets. Detroit goes short to Carpenter. Detroit again. Daniel Mullins at Campbelltown. Just holding on to the ball. Goes out to Alex Mullen. Right hand side of the park. Lurking there, trying to pick him up.
All right.
It is all right. Hotly on him is Nagel. Still Campbelltown with the ball. Mullen goes all the way back to his captain and Harvey. Goes short to Daniel Mullen. Possession with Campbelltown.
Ball.
Great ball to Halliday. Halliday left side, gets the cross back. Cleared here by Lacornu, only as far as Daniel Mullen again pumps it in. Chance, keeper comes out. Is that going in?
Oh,
No, it's
it was
not.
going in.
Nagel did well to clear it off the line. Keeper was caught out. Still a chance for Campbelltown.
Under the
They
pump,
are
Comets,
going hot at the moment, Campbelltown, and away go Comets right-hand side.
They need a breather to do the Comets. Weens, awkward first touch, and Daniel Mullen concedes the throw. He thought he got the last touch off a Comets player. They were under siege there, the Comets goal. $2.50 with Campbelltown, $2.37 Comets, so not much between them, between the bookies. That's a better ball for Yengi. Can he get onto it? Too heavy, can't.
No.
But the thought was good. Harpus read it good. And, well, gee, 3-0 would just about be curtains before half-time again, wouldn't it, Rob? They did it last week.
They did it.
And they still got 10 minutes to do it this week.
So Harvey with the ball. Looking pretty good at the moment, Campbelltown, to win their third championship in a row.
A three-peat.
I think they've won 4 and 5 as well, so it's not bad going. They won one in 2016.
Especially after the start they had, it was quite poor really, wasn't it? We were all asking questions about a possible hangover.
Well, on paper they were still the same.
Oh, yeah.
There was just a change of leadership. Joe Mullen out, Phil Stubbins in, and well, Phil Stubbins out, Ian Fife in, and the results speak for themselves.
And he lost one game, but 3-0. Semi-final against Comets as it goes to Lobasso. Berich. Lobasso.
No, it's a heavy.
It could be a free
One of the
kick.
free kick, and I'm just bringing Ben right down there because that could have got ugly down there. But anyway. And it's good. I like how they got the fourth official as a female because the men can't get too aggressive with the girl. I think that's good psychological warfare by the refereeing association. What do you think, Ben?
Yeah, look, I tend to agree. It's hard though because I don't know she can do too much on the sidelines, and she's, you know, I think a bit unfortunate that she's getting targeted at the moment.
But is there a little bit more respect shown to the ladies as opposed to if that was a male? Con would have gone berserk at him.
Yeah, I think you could have a point there, but yeah.
So left side of the park it is, Lacornu.
But the respect should be there regardless, shouldn't it?
100%, but unfortunately that's not how it works in the real world.
And Yanto goes short to Yengi. It's
Nagel under pressure.
Nagel, yep. Goes short. Damu. Bladden. Gets it in. Nice ball to Berich. Not the same Berich that we've seen.
Well, his service isn't that great, Rob, in fairness to him.
That's true.
Yeah.
So now Campbelltown through Harpus, who lead 2-0. Goals coming from Baresi in the 12th and Marino in the 20th. And Harpus with a good clearance, but no, over Louis Detroit's head, and that'll be a throw into the Comets, who would want one before half-time just psychologically, Benny. Otherwise, that mountain gets larger and larger.
Yeah, and you always then, of course, in the second half, you've got to be really careful that you don't concede an early goal in the second half if it's still 2-0, and that would be on their mind. There's no doubt about it. But they've just got to be patient.
Absolutely.
Don't force it.
So no, the ball with Detroit on the far side. Interesting back pass. Could be a corner. Will be a corner. Oh, well, that was interesting by Harpus there. True, it had already gone out. But
the referee's going to have a chat with him.
Well, he should, because Ben might go and try and get that ball and bring it to training at Modbury Vista next season.
Where it is. I'm just
keeping your eye on it, Ben.
Yep, definitely. Got a couple of others stashed under the chair too.
He's parked his car there.
How many corners is this to Comets?
This is Comets' 4th corner, and the last one was probably the best one because the first two failed to have an impact.
Bladen with a right foot in swinger. More central, better it is. Dimo, I think it was, trying to get his head on it. It's come down to Yankee with the left foot, but gee whiz, almost into the top tier, that's kick. So goal attempt again, but well off target for the Comets.
And that is Comets' 4th goal attempt, 3 off target, 1 on target to Campbelltown's 9, 6 on target, 3 off target. So a fairly dominant performance really so far in this first half.
Foul count, Ben?
Fouls 2 apiece.
Yeah, it's been a nice clean game so far.
Yeah, he's let a few things go, hasn't he, that normally might have got picked up.
As long as he's consistent.
That's exactly right. About to say the same thing.
So Yengi goes short, trying to find Nagel, but Anianto's there. Can they pull one back before half-time? They're trying to go to Barrett, and he shoots just wide of the upright.
See this on replay. Got in a good position. Good ball from Yengi. A lot of red shirts coming, though, to crack him down, but he did get the kick away and just off target, but Harpus will say he had that covered. So they're asking a few, but I think they need a few more questions to be asked. As Carpenter on the far side tries to find Baresi. Lecornu fell and concedes a throw in. So Campbelltown on the far side of the ground to take the throw in. All right to come across to take it here at the beautiful Coopers Stadium. A-League not too far away. First game here in January. As Carpenter turns now. Scored a left foot very quickly. He scored a beauty on his left last week against Adelaide City. Berich now trying to find the ball. 2 red shirts around him and loses that in the throw-in. Quickly taken by Detroit to Mullen. Back to Mullen from Detroit. Bladen all over him. And a foul, which is interesting. And Barney not happy with that, to say the least. It's watching on replay. Is it there, Rob? Bit of holding by Bladen.
Yeah, it might have been a bit of a foul.
But once again, I go back to the earlier on ones. Was that consistent with what we've seen earlier on?
To be honest, you know, I don't think it's been overly one-sided to anyone, though, in the decisions that are being made.
They've just been inconsistent.
Barney's upset.
Well,
I think that was there, yeah.
Anyhow, the free kick taken out, goes into attack. Keeper did well.
Good take.
Daniel Vaughan.
That's why they get upset. Sorry, Rob. But that's why they get upset, that inconsistency.
Yeah. It's also easy to get upset when you're down 2-0 as well.
Exactly.
It doesn't help. And in fairness, the team hasn't played.
He's not going to change the decision.
Yeah, well, you can hear it in the effects mic down there. Consistency is all we're asking for, as Barney, and I probably tend to agree with him on that occasion.
What can she do about it?
She's going to have a chat at half-time.
She can make notes and then put it in her debrief and all that sort of stuff.
So Comets looking a bit better, pushing it around at the moment. Certainly pull one back, it'll change the game.
Need to pull one back.
Goes to Anianto. Gets it in, right side of the park, looking for a little bustle. Too heavy though. Over the goal line will be a goal kick.
He did quite well to get in behind Detroit there, just a bit unfortunate with that touch.
So it goes out. It'll be Harpus to take this goal kick. Send it over the halfway line, 2-0 up. Campbelltown Red Devils, can they win 3 in a row? Certainly a great team for the last 5 years. As they're pushing it around, Detroit trying to find Baresi. Damu wins it. Go in from Welsh. Captain Welsh goes to Barrett. Gets it in. Oh, Weens, terrible ball. And away, it's come unstuck. Campbelltown trying to go into attack, but it's cut out and left side to Comets.
Gee, lucky, because Detroit, if he got that through to Carpenter, that could have been game, set and match.
Yeah, that would have been very dangerous indeed.
Lucky that didn't come off, so Comets breathe a sigh of relief, but they are 2-0 down nevertheless as we approach half-time already in this grand final 2020 NPLSA, all thanks to Boral. The whole final series, as you can see on screen, or not too well, there you go. the video scoreboards or video advertising boards, whatever you call them these days. Bladden goes short to Lacornu, back to Bladden. Bladden looking for some movement. Yengi inside, but too heavy on the touch. Harvey says thank you very much. Carpenter backtracks. All right, back to Harvey, under pressure, tight against the line. Harvey did well with his left foot, but I reckon he ran out of line there, but still in, and Yengi takes advantage of that. Weens short. If he wants him, that's the way it went. Welsh looking around him, goes wide. Now Nagel with the left foot gets it into the box. Weens is there, and so's the keeper. Good take by Harpus in the end. And 44 minutes gone on the Green Play Australia time clock. Still Comets 0, Campbelltown 2.
So Harpus with the ball.
Everything away, everything away.
Puts it on the ground.
Away.
So we'll send it deep. Right side. Kirk controls it well. Goes trying to find Detroit in the way of LaBustle. Halliday with the ball for Campbelltown. They go inboard. Alex Mullen squares it up to Pictionary. Kirk. Right side of the park to Allright. No, it's not Allright. It was Carpenter, yep. Kirk. And that goes straight to Vaughan. Damu. Looks for LaBustle all the way back to Lacornu. Just approaching time on. 1 minute of time on.
There will be 1 minute time added on. 1 minute.
Bladden goes to Nagel. Back to Bladden. Captain Welsh.
Good vision.
Nice ball to Nagel. Nagel with the ball. Crosses. There's no one there though. LaBustle wins it. Goes one way then the other. Trying to get the cross. And he's won himself a corner kick.
Well, this could be their last roll of the dice before half time to try and salvage something from 1-0 down. There's now to be a left foot in swinger by Anianto. This will need to be centimetre perfect. Can they steal one back before half time? That's a good ball. Very central. Harpus misses it. Berich couldn't either, and it's cleared by Kirk in the end. Well, that was their chance.
Well, didn't he?
That was their chance, all right, Rob. And needed Berich to be a little bit more concise, and that is the half-time whistle.
That would have been handy.
Wow.
To get one back, but Campbelltown go in at 2-0 up. And virtually one hand on that trophy to win 3 in a row.
Absolutely. We got, I like that. Who's put that up there? That's done from Sydney, obviously. It's nice. And of course, our life member Robbie's going to go down for his presentation. We'll go down to Benny.
We've got Sean Harvey, the Campbelltown captain, with us. Sean, 2-0. Well, going into half-time, pretty good position. How are you feeling?
Yeah, perfect start, you know. We can't slack off in the second half. Towards the end, they got on top of us a little bit, so, you know, we need to come out with the same energy we had in the first half, and, yeah, and then I think we'll be all right. But, yeah, it's another 45 minutes of hard work, so.
Did you expect a little bit more from Comets in regards to the midfield? They seem to be going the long ball quite a bit predictable. You guys have got that under control at this stage. How are you feeling with that?
Yeah, at the moment we've got it under control, but, you know, they can. The second half is a different game, you know, so you know, all credit to them as they come out, but yeah, we'll stay on top of it.
Well, you're doing a fantastic job so far, so keep up the good work. Okay.
Well done, Benny, down there at ground level. It is half time here at the Highmarsh Stadium, Cooper Stadium, and the Highmarsh Stadium, of course, formerly known as. We'll take a short break and then we'll come back with the presentations, because we've got some lifetime memberships happening down there, and our very own Rob Peppicelli will be down there. So we'll be back very shortly with the second half.
Where should we go to next? Queensland? Tasmania? Yeah, we can. Oh, I've always wanted to go to Broome and Uluru and the Blue Mountains.
Thinking about a holiday interstate? Talk to the travel experts at RAA and
Keep on moving on.
welcome to Boral Connects, a new way of doing business with Boral that has been designed to improve your customer experience while saving you valuable time. Our aim is to provide you with near real-time delivery information and transparency of your concrete orders. Visit boralconnects.com.au. Welcome to Boral Connects, a new way of doing business.
Welcome back to the live pitches here at Cooper Stadium as the life memberships are now being presented. And Benny, hopefully your mic gets the PA as well. Shaky Pete. Settle, there we go. Better shot, nice.
Bradley Armour.
If you can hear it clear, Benny down there.
Yeah, some big names getting their life membership. Fantastic. Just talking to Nathan Day just before.
So
Barney Smith's brother-in-law, of course.
So can we maybe get Pete a little bit more central? I think that 45-degree angle's...
The next
there we go.
Member, Bradley Armour.
Bradley Armour.
Where is he?
He's coming out. That's who's been called up. Raz DiCarlo down there with Sam Ciccarello. It's a good acknowledgement. Kids are on the park.
Marcel Barendrecht.
Now Marcel, who was that, Ben?
I'm not sure, actually.
There's one name we're looking out for, of course. It's good acknowledgement, these lifetime memberships, giving so much to the game. We don't have individual profiles, obviously, for everyone. There's a bit of encroachment there. Camera's trying to just beat out Pete White, but Pete, he's aggressive. He'll get in there. You watch this.
JB, Justin Bralich. Well deserved.
Beautiful work, Pete White. Even a bit more, we could even come a bit more central, Pete. Get next to Joe. Next to Joe Yenko. Michael Cartwright, the horse. Was that his nickname, Ben?
Is that, sorry?
Cartwright's nickname, wasn't it the horse or something?
I'm not sure.
Oh, okay. Sam Ciccarello to your left of screen. Raz DiCarlo to right of screen. And
Donna Cocaine.
Big in the women's game, of course.
Yeah.
She here to receive tonight? Let's see, yes.
Oh, she was just standing there. I was watching her. I was thinking, did she actually hear her name?
There she is. Congratulations. It's the rose between the thorns. No comment, Ben.
No comment. There is Nathan.
Nathan Day. Gee, I remember he used to excite me when he played for West Adelaide.
Definitely scored some great goals on this pitch.
Was not scared to take on strikers, Nathan Day. Fantastic player. And in fact, I saw some highlights of him against the Adelaide City on YouTube. West Adelaide v Adelaide City back in the day. Nathan Day, yeah.
Bradley Armour.
Bradley Armour.
There he is.
He was actually in that video as well. I think he was playing in defence for Adelaide City back in the day.
Yeah, he used to play left back then, didn't he? Yep. But he was a midfielder in the local leagues.
Yep.
Winner of two State League Player of the Year. Was it Bob Telfer or Serge Melter medals?
Some good work at White City, did he not?
Yep. Absolute legend at White City.
Now, who was this? Sorry, we missed
Stevie DG Vanillo.
Stevie G.
Yes.
Did he get out there? Wow, Stevie G.
Just finished chopping down the trees. Hope he listens this back.
Mark, who was that? Mark Bralich?
Mark Graham.
Mark Graham.
Yep. Campbelltown.
Metro
legend.
Stars
and
as
legend.
well.
Yep.
Great defender. Still holding form there, Graham. Look at him. Mark, yeah, hasn't put on too much weight.
I think he's still having a kick at Palmer Lodge Amateurs, I believe, at the moment. So stand fit.
Who's this?
Stephen Grelly.
Stephen Grelly, another Metro Stars.
He's the technical director at Comets now, isn't he? I think junior technical director at least.
Between the two of us, we've got some story on most of the people out there, which is pretty good. Lifetime members. Contributed to the game in some way, shape or form. And it's good that the FSA... Paul Higgins, was it?
Higgins, yeah.
It's good to see the FSA acknowledging these people for their contributions. I'm sure you can go on the website and read up on each of these individuals to see what they've given to the game.
Paul Caratavellis.
Paul Caratavellis.
Yep.
Where did Paul make his mark?
Well, he was obviously a Cobras boy, but Bacala was probably more where he, well, when it was Galaxy, I think, more so. But fantastic contributor, great player. Andy Lean.
Andy Lean. Is he one of your boys down south?
I did coach him for a couple of years at Seaford, but he had well established himself before that. White City, Bacala, Noarlunga. Very good defender, very experienced defender.
Who was this?
Owns David Lean. Not only as a player was he good, but a successful coach as well at Cumberland and Noarlunga.
He's alive. Billy Missilides, was it?
Rob's trying to get on the mic down here.
He's saving the best for last.
Absolute champion.
Oh, Dave Alberton's next to him as well.
He is.
Wow.
Sprite hasn't sent him off.
Now, someone didn't receive their last.
Robbie Saracino.
Robbie Saracino, best dressed. Look at that for some class. Wow. Robbie Saracino. That is a good looking outfit, mate. Well done.
Class act.
Have a look at him.
Damien Stam.
Damien Stam, great defender.
Yep.
He's just getting Saracino getting the limelight. Here comes Stam.
White City, Polonia,
I reckon
Adelaide
he could
Hills.
still play. Look at that. Trim, lean figure.
I think he's coaching juniors at Adelaide Hills, and
wow.
he's involved up there in some capacity.
Lifetime members of the FSA.
I remember when he played with his brothers Stephen and Anthony in the same team at White City.
Mark Talbot.
Taubes.
One of your boys from South.
Yes. Good lad, and did well to come back to play his 300th game after brain surgery. Had to don the helmet there for a little while, but done a fantastic job to get the 300 games.
Andrew Thompson.
Andy Thompson. Wow. Elizabeth City, APAC, legend.
Sam Ciccarello and Raz DiCarlo making those presentations. Sam on the left, Raz on the right.
Two players to be inducted as Player Life members, Shane Tobias and Eli Blassis. Unfortunately, they can't join us this afternoon.
Hopefully the lads are watching. Tobias. And who was the other one?
The next two inductees
Eli Blassis. Both playing in the finals this week. State League 2 and State League 1
Davey Albert,
finals.
and there he is, mate.
There
My
he is.
referee of the century. No, sorry. Donald Campbell's the referee of the century. Dave is the referee of the half century. Davey Albert, and there he is in the middle.
And Tony Spagnoletti.
Probably quite lucky that him and Tobias weren't on the pitch at the same time. Had a few battles over the years.
Is this Spagnoletti? Is this another referee?
I'm not sure.
Is he from the referee ranks? I think he is. This name rings a bell. Spagnoletti rings a bell in the referee ranks. I think Blassis played last night, Benny.
He did, yes. Yep, White City and Sturt. Sturt Lions got promoted to the NPL. 2-0 win over White City.
Who's this young lad? What's going on here?
Must be representing someone, I'm guessing.
It's interesting.
Well-dressed young man.
Yep. It's a modern hairstyle up against Raz there.
Robert Papicelli.
Wow, take it easy. Settle down.
There
the crowd
he
goes berserk. There he is. Wow. Yeah, nah. Soak it up, Rob. Soak it up. We're only saying good things about you.
Very proud of him. Well done.
There we go. Sam, Rob, and Horazio.
And Fred Lindsay.
Fred Lindsay, of course. Gee, big legend at Adelaide City from go to woe. Even in my lifetime when I used to watch him at Kensington Sportsfield with Charlie Caruso in the day. Now we're going back in time, aren't we? Were you born then, Ben?
I was.
Okay.
But there was some great atmospheres, wasn't there, at those games?
Together for all of our Football SA Life members for 2020.
Yeah, great. Life members for 2020. Great lineup there. Players, coaches, administrators, media people. And in fairness to Rob, he's done over 25 years of commentary, including NSL with Adelaide City, where he used to fly away with the team.
Wow.
He used to bunk up with I don't know who. God help the person he bunked up with, of course.
Well, his wife's sitting right next to you, so you might have to ask her.
25 years commentating and of course before that playing. But you know, every Saturday he'd be there, Benny. No one's as dedicated as him.
I take my hat off to him. I mean, it's, you know, I said to someone just last night, it's not just the 90 minutes or even just the pre-game or the post-game. The amount of effort you two and the LSA team put in to bringing this to the audience that can watch it at home if they can't make it. It's just absolutely outstanding. It's a massive credit to you guys.
Yeah, but more so to Rob in regards to the radio days, because from the back of the ute, starting I think with Val Migliaccio, Frank Michelon, Rob was there every week, come hail, rain or shine, and no matter what the family was doing, mate, he'd make sure that the game would go ahead, and then he'd go to the family.
There he is. I've got him. Let's see, congratulations, mate.
Thanks, mate. Thank you very much.
Very, very highly of you.
Oh, who did?
Yeah? No, well, Paul made up a couple of things, but
how do you
feel? How do you feel?
Oh, I feel honoured. I mean, I've been a long time in the game for over 20 years, so it's been a long journey. But now I've got to go all the way back up there.
I know. Don't
Can you help me up? I'm getting old.
There is a lift, but only gets up to, I think, only so far. So see how you go.
Thanks, Benny.
Okay, mate. Well
done, Rob, because as I was saying, he's given so much, and not to say the family came second, but family functions. As I said, the game went ahead no matter what. I would take work commitments, Val would take work commitments, Frank would take work commitments, but Rob was there no matter what.
Thick and thin. Yeah, rain, hail or shine.
So, you know, credit for the people that have sort of been patient with that as well. I mean, as I said, you've got to have a good support team behind you to allow you to do that. A few slaps across the head maybe every now and then just to bring him in line, but you know, I even did that footy show with Val as well, and that was quite entertaining for those of you. I think it's still available on YouTube. All right, I don't know, Bomber, can we take a short break, go to an ad break, and then we'll come back for the second half as the players make their way out here at the Cooper Stadium. Half-time, Comets are trailing 2-0 to Campbelltown. We'll be back with the second half very shortly.
Business with Boral that has been designed to improve your customer experience while saving you valuable time. Our aim is to provide you with near real-time delivery information and transparency of your concrete orders. Visit boralconnects.com.au.
So welcome back to Cooper Stadium, and well, Comets are on there, they're ready, willing and able. Benny, what would you say as a coach, 2-0 down half-time, the grand final?
Well, I mean, they've got to get that ball moving a little bit quicker, hopefully get a little bit more joy through that midfield. I don't know, I'll have to check to see if they've made any changes, because I think there was a couple of players probably maybe expected a little bit more from, so whether he's given them a rocket, an opportunity first 5 minutes or 10 minutes of this second half to sort of step it up a little bit.
You were worried about them giving Marino a lot of room. Well, he's not on the park anymore, so can they concentrate on something else?
Yeah, I think so. I mean, that pressure isn't as evident now without Marino there. Still got to be concerned about it, because Barisi and Dion Kirk have got their own threats to bring to the table, but Comets need to focus more about what they're doing when they've got the ball, and they were giving the ball away uncharacteristically, and that was what was causing danger in those dangerous areas. So settle on the ball a little bit more, press high like they were early on, and try to force Campbelltown into turning the ball over or making some mistakes, and then they've got to punish, don't they? They've got to get an early goal and really get themselves back in this game.
And if you were Fifey, what would you be saying?
Just settle, keep doing what you're doing, just relax, we don't need to change anything, just stay tight at the back, stay composed on the ball, and they have won that midfield battle that's gone on so far. Pishkaneri, Alex Mullen in there, doing a great job. So just continue doing that, and don't take your eye off the ball for 1 second. Got to maintain that focus.
I wasn't taking my eye off Cookie there in the middle. I think he's having a bit of a dance to the beats, the referee.
Why not? Why not?
He was just moving that old leg there, doing a bit of an Elvis, I think. Daniel Cook, the referee. So we're just about in readiness for the second half here at Cooper Stadium. Comets, who finished top of the table, are actually trailing 2-0 to Campbelltown, who have been in fine form since the restart of COVID Mark II. Comets, 4 weeks off. Well, is that going to tell? Or will that give them the fitness advantage they need at the end? 45 minutes will tell us, will give us the answer, and we'll see how we go as the Comets straight away in defence, just to get their foot on the ball and get a piece of it. Berich the target. Lobasso chips the ball forward. Robbie, how do you feel, mate? You feel?
Yeah, very, very honoured. Thanks, Paul. Yeah, like I said, I've been involved with the game for a long time, and great honour to be
We did say some nice things about you.
Oh, did you?
We try to give a running commentary.
Benny said something nice?
Oh, you'll see, and you'll hear. As a long searching ball forward now. Campbelltown wanting to add to that 2-0 lead as Baresi sizes up with his left foot. He's been pushed wide, which is good. by Dimu. So now Baresi has to get some support. Lays it off. Shot first time. Charge down. Kirk turned in the box. Asked for handball. Here's Detroyer. Look out, Detroyer. Good defensive work by Lacornu. And that'll be a corner. Gee whiz, Campbelltown picked up where they left off,
Benny.
Benny.
That would have been the last thing that Comets would have wanted.
Comets made any changes, boys?
No.
No changes? No. So Barney's kept the same 11.
Yep.
Keep him faith, but gee, Campbelltown could have been 3 there.
Has Marie sprayed some perfume? I can smell something nice. Was that you, Rob?
Probably me. No, I haven't sprayed anything.
It's women's perfume, if I may.
People were hugging him down here. So
wow, now we know.
Maybe that's what it was. Carpenter with a
lipstick on his collar too.
On his corner kick. Swings it around. That's can they put the nail in the coffin?
Free kick to Vaughan, yeah.
And it'll be a free kick.
Normally they're protected species, but that is a real free kick to a goalkeeper. If we can see this on replay, this is what a free kick should be given for to the goalkeeper. Bang! Look at that, bang in the back. Not some of the tippy touch stuff, but anyway, play goes on.
So it leaves the left side of the park. Nagel with the ball. Can Comets get back into this game? Goes short, Yengi. Also Anianto. Gets it not ball to Bladden, but he's lost out though.
He struggled to get on the same page.
Carpenter. Yep, I agree. As Carpenter with the ball, left side of the park. Going for a past it. It's come unstuck, goes over the goal line for a goal kick.
This is the rustiness of not playing week in, week out. They're just not hitting the target tonight as much as they would have a couple of weeks ago, Ben.
Yeah, agreed. I mean, as we've alluded to as well, it is a different pitch, slightly different personnel in that midfield, which I think has had an impact on the game today. There's no doubt about that. That's my first touch of the game, by the way, boys.
Pretty ordinary too, mate. Not good control. Too. Yeah, I didn't see you control it too well there, Ben.
It was my right foot, so.
So it's all right now with a throw-in for Campbelltown, who lead 2-0 over the Comets. Trying to work their way out of defence, but they won't. Now they should. Bladden in the middle of the park. Settles it down, looks up, sizing up the options. Goes wide to Dimu. Lobasso could be next in line, and that's where it goes. Lobasso inboard to Beric. Not a good touch, but Bladden will make it look good. Gee, try to find Beric. That didn't come off. It's been turned over. Kirk now. But as he gave him the run, but once again not hitting the target. Well done by Lacornu. Fancy and effective as Nagel comes away with it.
They've opened up well, Campbelltown, again in the second half. So it goes out, Captain Harvey.
Surprised Harpers didn't come out for that.
Well,
plays a high line normally.
And Harvey not taking any chances.
So Yengi with a throw-in goes to Nagel. Nagel gets the cross. No, it's come unstuck. Making too many mistakes to Comets.
Oh, how those studs.
Yeah. And a free kick will go to Comets.
Can I see this on replay? So look at this, Rob. What do you think of this? Watch Baresi now with the studs. Are they up or down? That looked up to me. Lucky boy. No card? Or just a talking to, Ben?
No, just talking to. I mean, I think if he'd made a little bit more contact there, definitely I would have thought, no doubt, the way that he went in for that, a yellow card. But evaded the challenge.
So Bladden with the free kick. You'll trip it up. Yengi's there. Far post is Weens. Cleared here by Daniel Mullen. Weens working hard. Campbelltown clear it though. No one there near Lobasso. We'll have to go all the way back to his keeper in Vaughan. He goes short to Lacornu. No, he doesn't. Decides to go long. Looking for Yengi. Can't quite get there. It's cleared over the sideline. Not quite. Kept in by Baresi, but loses out to Yengi. Chance for Comets. Goes in, but it's again in the way there. Harvey from Campbelltown.
Claims handball. Free kick in the end. I don't know if we got this on replay. There was a claim of a handball in the box there. Not that we got VAR here. What? No, that was a bit too late. That's okay. It was a bit earlier than that, but that's fine. What have we got? We haven't got the VAR. What have we got? The PRP.
That's it.
What did that stand for? Forgot.
Paul Robin Ben.
Oh, PRB. The PRB then.
PRB must be.
So from the long clearance, Cornu got a head on it, finds Weens. He's been fairly quiet tonight. Weens, that's better to Beric. Now Beric is in the box. Can he weave some magic? He can't. All right, concedes the corner kick. And chance now for Comets. 2-0, still gettable, very gettable. But you don't want time becoming the enemy. 2-1 will just ignite this game and bring it to another level. Great crowd here tonight. Well done to the FSA. May I say with no help from the mainstream media. And Lobasso with a right foot in swinger. Who needs him, you could say. It's fairly deep. And it's headed away nicely by Carpenter, only as far as Anianto. Bladden coming to offer support. That's ignored at this stage. Anianto tried to get it into the box off the side of the boot. Welsh heads it back in board, and Weens was lurking, so was Berich. And that's gone harmlessly out for a goal kick.
As you would expect from a Campbelltown defence like this, they have been really quite outstanding tonight.
Gee, there wasn't too much in Weens getting that second header there, which could have just flicked that into the goal, and could have been a different circumstance.
So it'll be Harpers to take this goal kick. Campbelltown leading 2-0. Can they hang on and win their third championship in a row? 4 and 5 years. It's a great record. Campbelltown certainly done well. It's cleared here by Harpers. Centre of the ground it goes. Bladden wins it. Lobasso. Up in the air it goes.
Good work.
Goes out to Anianto to Lobasso. Can he keep it in? Does so. Gets the cross. No, he doesn't. Holds on. Balks. Goes to Berich. Berich, not a good cross though.
Oh.
That's come unstuck. Anianto. But well done, Piscineri in the end. And it goes out to Detroit.
I think that might have been, that was Carpenter actually in Detroit now, but 2 to beat. Couldn't do it. Bladden should see it over to the safety of the line. That was Blake Carpenter, Rob, but
okay.
She whiz. Risky business, as they say. Fifey out of his technical area, but he's leading 2-0. Here we go. Some live sideline action. Both coaches off their chairs as Barney just takes a seat. Fifey's still on his feet. Now the throw in. All right for Campbelltown. Finds Kirk. Finds Detroit. Bit of a couple of deflections there, but Welsh should tidy up for the Comets. Chips it up to Weens. Not too many blue shirts close to him, and Detroit, the antagonist. And Barney just adding a little bit of sarcasm to boot.
So throw in Comets. If they can just pull one back, the pressure will go back on Campbelltown.
Even the sky's turning red, Rob. What does that mean? A Campbelltown win?
Full red.
It's turning red.
It is right-hand side of the park. Goes to Lecornu. Nagel. Anianto.
Oh, that was silly. Silly.
Nathan,
easy, Nathan. There was frustration, silly. Pull him away. The boys have got to pull him away. Let's see if we can see this on replay. But Anianto knew he lost the ball. Here it is on replay, Rob. Benny, keep your eye on what's happening down there. He got the ball there. He saw he was going to lose possession there. Then he just tried the rugby tackle as Mullen was behind him, but he just gave up the ghost very quickly, did Nathan, and then it just turned pear-shape after that. Cook has not shown any yellow cards tonight. It's been a lot of talking, and that's probably fair too, because that was just frustration, nothing malicious, just blatant, obvious.
You can't rugby tackle.
Deliberate. Didn't bring him to the ground, but
fair enough.
So a poor fourth official was just getting her ear burnt by Barney. Don't know if we got that on vision, but she's still there. There we go. She's just...
she's got more work than anybody.
Yeah, she has,
as
actually.
A fourth official. So free kick taken here by Bladden. Can they pull one back? Cleared. Goes to Lobasso! Good save again. Harpers.
Oh, right height. Made it look good, Nicky. But take it anyway. This
Still
one's for
good.
the highlights reel for both players.
Nice shot.
That was goal-bound and Nicky Harpers.
First goal attempt of the half.
Had to be safe.
I can smell something, Paul. I can smell it.
Well, I can smell perfume.
The Comets.
It's all over you.
Goes out.
No, the referee is not happy with something. What can you smell, Rob?
I can smell a Comets comeback.
Is that right?
Ooh, his crystal ball's been pretty spot on this year.
You're the only one that's tipped them tonight.
No, Benny did.
I thought. Did you?
Yeah.
So am I the only one that tipped Campbelltown?
Yeah. There's a go across there. It's a chance. It's coming for the Comets. It's coming. Harpers gets it into attack.
Here we go.
Goes to Kirk in a counter, but he holds on players coming back.
Oh,
he's
fresh airy.
Fresh air, and away go Comets, left side, no, they lose out as well. And away go Comets, right-hand side.
Labasso now with the ball in the centre circle for the Comets. Yengi giving him the run, that's the way it goes. Can he control it? He can. Weens is in the box, wanting it. Yengi says, I'll do it myself. He's fouled, that could be a penalty.
That was a good tackle.
The crowd want a penalty. They're not going to get it. And that's going to be a corner kick. Wow. See on the replay if it's any more concise, Rob. Yengi in the box. Harvey in front of him. Let's have a look. Goes in on his left boot. Got all of the ball and some of the player.
Some of the player too. I've seen that given.
Absolutely. That was a heads or tails job.
They're coming.
You can't really tackle like that in the box.
No, that's
seen him
VAR, VRP, you might have done it. Or PRP. PRB. I'll get it right. So corner kick. Swings it in, Labasso. Cleared. Good corner kick. Detroit will pick this up.
Look at Kirk in the middle. Yeah.
Shooting it long, good run.
Great challenge.
He's been best on ground at the moment, Labasso.
To recover from taking that corner and to recover like that and win the ball back in a dangerous area. Very well done.
That saved the potential one-on-one with the goalkeeper. It's all right with a throw in quickly. But it's been turned over. A little clip of the heel by Detroit, seen by the ref and given by the ref. Wow.
Well, that's 4 fouls to 1 in this second half.
Here we go. We'll just bring that down for a quick moment.
Yeah.
He's about 10 behind.
You've got to just remind Barney he's not the boundary rider tonight. You are.
Yeah.
But frustration understandable.
Move it, move it.
So now Lacornu tries to find Yengi. Too heavy, too long. And all right. Saw her over the line just in case. Well, 2-0 in favour of Campbelltown. It's all thanks to Boral this grand final. There they are around the ground. The advertising boards. Boral. They are Australia's largest construction materials supplier. And they are sponsors of the final series here in South Australia.
So Harpers with the kick. Right side of the park. Over the sideline it goes. Campbelltown. I feel they've stopped, Benny.
Campbelltown?
I think so. I feel like they've stopped a bit.
Well, as long as they stay...
Although Comets maybe have
as long as they stay tight and
yeah,
disciplined at the back, then the job, we wouldn't say the job's done as such, but, you know, no need for as much urgency going forward. Stay compact.
Is he complaining that he's... Who's got the free here? Let's have a look on the replay. All right. It's probably just a little bit before that, maybe.
Yeah, it might have been just before that.
So, I did turn the sensitivity down, Ben, but that's obviously not working.
So it'll be all right to take this free kick. Just need one more, Campbelltown, I feel, and then it'll be the nail in the coffin.
What about your smell? You were smelling something there, right?
I was with Comets. As they go into attack. Still got time.
Oh, absolutely.
Lacornu. Anianto. Goes short.
Did well, Dimu.
Dimu. Yep.
Gets it out. Welsh. In the first half.
Nagel.
Got wings.
So they're looking better. Here they go, Nagel again. Goes slightly backwards to Bladden. To Barrett. We need Barrett in this game. As it goes in, trying to find Welsh. Cleared here by Campbelltown. And it goes over the sideline, grandstand side. It'll be a throw into the Comets.
Yeah, it's almost looking like Campbelltown are happy to get Comets on the counter-attack, Rob. I'll let them come at them.
They're just soaking up a bit of pressure as well, aren't they, at the moment?
So now Dimu on the far side for the Comets. They trailed 2-0 on the Green Play Australia scoreboard. Gone all the way back to their keeper. Anianto comes to retrieve. Finds Lacornu. Lacornu finds Nagel next in line. A lot of red shirts still applying pressure, and Yengi didn't read that one. And that'll trickle out for a goal kick. So, this final series, as we mentioned, proudly brought to you by Boral, and culmination of, let's say, 42 out of 52 weeks of this year. Comets finished the season on top by a point, but 9 goals better than Campbelltown. But it's Campbelltown leading 2-0, and another free kick.
Just move the ball away, no worries.
Barney getting a bit involved there, wanting a yellow card maybe for kicking the ball away. So how do you explain that, Ben? He did kick the ball away, no card, no nothing. Just a talking to.
You got to talk to us.
Sorry, mate, I just think
that, Cookies hasn't pulled out his yellow cards yet.
The cookie crumbled. So now it's with Lecornu. Can go to the far side, does so. It's Dimu. Dimu now up the line. Lobasso comes in. Borgi puts Nagel under pressure there. Or Bladen it was, sorry. Back to Lobasso. One way then the other. Yeah, the fancy feet didn't come off. Mullen comes away with it. Finds Baresi. Baresi backtracking now. Pushed over the ball by Anianto. And that's a free kick to Campbelltown. How many is that, Benny? What's Barney getting upset about? How
Comets' third foul of the half, and Campbelltown had 5. I think it's more about, I think Barney's argument is probably more about where the fouls are rather than the count as such, and when they're given. But look, I know Barney watches the games back and he'll be listening to this, so, but I just think...
So you're getting scared?
No, I just think, you know, if I could talk to him right now, I'd just say, just calm down a bit. You know,
you can't. You can't. It's a grand final, you can't.
He's got to concentrate on what he can control.
It's got a bit of a case to argue there.
Yeah, I'm not going to argue that point, but I think, it's a hard one, isn't it? You know, you put yourself in those shoes and how would you respond? I don't know.
So the left side of the park it is at the moment. Nagel goes to Lecornu. Damu. The Comets looking for Berich. This is where we need Berich to get into this game. Start taking players on, trying to bullock his way through. Couldn't do so. Carpenter, that's a worm burner. Straight to Baresi it goes. Ends up with Nagel. Bladen. Not a good ball, that one. But Welsh will mop it up. Pushing it around, the Comets.
Did you hear that Freudian slip before when Rob said, I need Berich? No, we need Berich. That crush is coming out again.
That's
Rob.
true. The Comets goes in. Nice ball to Yankee.
That was his chance.
Try the first timer, but went straight through his legs. Goes in again. Yankee goes up to Anianto, trying to get a shot on. Campbelltown under the pump. Alex Mullen does well.
Well, nothing. Both 50-50. Fair call. Baresi now for Campbelltown. Going one way, then the other. Wants support. Comes eventually. There's Kirk for Campbelltown. Nice through ball to Carpenter. This could be number 3. It isn't. It is. Wow, that's game, set, and match. Where there could have been a free kick earlier on.
And he did a Carpenter. He did a cartwheel, I mean.
With that left foot, you always would have backed him in. Keeper got something on it, but not enough. That's 3-0. Ian Fife pretty happy down there at boundary side.
Free kick for them.
And Barney the complete opposite. Watch this on replay. Baresi, beautiful through ball. Kirk saw the run, played it through to Carpenter with the left foot. The rest is history, but gee whiz, bit of a touch there by Vaughan, but not enough to get it off target. And that's game, set, and match.
Yep.
Wow.
Unless a miracle happens, Campbelltown just 4-0 last week.
Beautiful ball by Kirk.
So far, replicating what they did last year against the Comets. They're leading 3-0. They won 3-0 last year. They're winning 3-0 at the moment here at the Cooper Stadium.
It's Groundhog Day for poor Barney Smith. So now he's going to ring the changes down there by the sounds of it.
Con Antonio actually coached them last year, so.
Hey Bella, one more as well. Triple.
Barney taking over the reins this season. Did win the minor premiership, so that was something. As their Comets are into attack. But in the meantime, referee's seen something. It will be a goal kick.
Well, I think there's going to be a triple change, Rob.
Christopoulos, Maverill and Baldos, and
Manny Barnett.
So 14 off.
Triple substitution for the Adelaide Comets coming off his number 14.
Yeah, I know Scotty Nagel was saying he's been tight as well, so I would imagine he's coming off. And Yengi as well as Nagel.
Well.
Also coming off number 7, Tete Yengi being replaced by number 10, Anthony Mavrolambardos.
And who was the third coming on? Sorry, I didn't get that. Christopoulos, was it?
Yeah, Christopoulos, Barnett and Mavrolambardos. on.
Also coming on, number 77, Chris Christopoulos.
Barney throwing everything at the wind here. It's 21 minutes approaching gone this second half on the Green Play Australia time clock. And Comets are trailing 3-0. Best they could hope for is maybe extra time. Gee, that's a big arse as Welsh couldn't control it. All right now, Piscineri finds Detroyer. Detroyer now to the far side, could find
Decent
Carpenter. Carpenter, the ball taken wide. He's got Dimmu hot on his hammer, and Dimmu on this occasion did well. Goes short. And now they will come away with the ball. Comets out of defence. And it's with Christopoulos up the line to Berich. Berich inboard. It's tight there. That could have been handball. I reckon it was.
Oh,
I reckon that was. His assistant isn't going to see that over that side, but I'll tell you what. Yeah, it was. Yeah, there you go. I wonder where we got that information from.
I think Daniel Goodwin.
Goodwin, yeah.
I could see him talking to the...
Well, here it is on replay, boys and girls, at home. It was very close in there. Unnatural position, unfortunately. That's a penalty. Well, is this the lifeline that Comets needed? We'll see this on the close-up. Barney's still remonstrating down there. He's got the penalty.
So Welsh.
In close. Oh, yeah. Unnatural, all right, caught out.
Is there time enough, Paul?
Well, 23 minutes of normal time. Yes, there is.
Yeah,
yes,
they have to put this in the back of the net
first.
Well,
that without a doubt. That without a doubt.
So Welsh can make it 3-1, get the Comets back slightly. We said game, set, and match. But a lifeline. A lifeline for Comets if they can score. Captain Welsh, top goal scorer of the year. Welsh hits it into the back of the net. It's 3-1. Can the Comets do it? Can they get back into this game?
They're about to make another change
3.
too. Tommy Dittmar coming on for Dimmu.
Comets 1.
Scores now Campbelltown City 3, Adelaide Comets 1.
That's their 4th change.
So we'll look at the replay. Well taken by Welshie. The captain getting their team back into it. Getting his team back into it. Is there time? Absolutely. Now 3-1. So
you wouldn't think so, though.
Oh, no, there is. There is time.
There is time, but you wouldn't think they would get back into this game.
Oh, well, this might be the impetus they needed, Rob. The spark. All right, under pressure. Berich, the crowd on Comets' side here, trying to...
They're getting vocal, the crowd.
Yep.
We've got Berich up front now.
Goes short to Welsh. From Berich back to Welsh. A couple of red shirts around him, gets inside the box. But all right, too heavy on that touch. Fortuitously it comes, but to no one in particular. Berich, oh, that was your boy, Rob. That was his moment, and he fluffed his lines. Still alive, though. Well, Bassel into wings. He tried the spectacular, it didn't come off. Mullen goes down in the box, but at the wrong end, and that'll be a free kick to Campbelltown. Yeah, Berich holding his head. He's not injured, he's just feels terrible. Or maybe he is. Maybe he did something in that interesting goal attempt, if I could say. Wow.
Older muscle, trying to get a shot on goal.
It's come to life. They need another one. Gee, another one will make it very interesting.
Then it'll be interesting.
3-1. There's just some life in it at this stage.
Labusser and Kirk are just pushing each other a bit there in the middle, as it is Harper's. Right-hand side of the park. Goes over the sideline, throw in. NPL SA grand final here at Cooper Stadium. Campbelltown leading 3-1. And they hang on. And the Comets get back into this game. Lob Bustle.
He's moved more central into that 6 role now.
Goes short.
Barnett playing the 2.
LeCornu cleared. Here by Campbelltown.
Substitutions for Campbelltown City. Coming off with number 3, Blake Carpenter.
Hell.
Interesting.
He'll be replaced by number 15, Anthony Piscineri.
It's a closing shot, Ben.
Well, Anthony's quite an attacking player as well. Different style, because Anthony's more of a centralised player than a wide player like Blake is. But
he's got the speed too, couple of very interesting. I think you'll find Piscineri play a little bit deeper, more a defensive role. I think Ian has closed up shop for the night.
So Comets, Christophilos, not a good ball, and over the goal line it goes.
It's interesting though, because young Anthony Piscineri has gone out wide into that position, which isn't really a natural position for him. So the formation hasn't changed as such.
So Harpers will take this goal kick. Chest it down. Perezi, Alex Mullen. All right. Try to switch play. It's come unstuck. Manny Barnett. Goes short to Dittmar there on the field. Campbelltown with the ball. So Halliday. All the way back to Harpers it goes. It's got to get rid of it. Does so. Left side of the park.
So under the ball was Dittmar. Welsh gets his head on it. Labasso, who hasn't stopped running all night, goes to the far side. Halliday is going to apply some pressure. Good challenge by Halliday in the end. It'll be a corner kick. Had to be there.
That's Comets' third corner of the half. They've just got to get past that first defender though, don't they? They've just hasn't been overly dangerous from the set pieces. But they've definitely got the targets in there.
So left foot in swinger. Comets now 3-1, they trail. Another goal would make it very interesting. Keeper under pressure, did well to take it, Harpers. She applying that pressure. Quick release to Kirk, who's got some speed.
It's a 2v2 back here, by the way.
Oh, that's a good intercept by Bladden. Being held a little bit, but 2 sixes. He came out the victor, did Bladden. Now they try to find Berich. Has he recovered? Harvey hot on his ham, and that'll be a goal kick. Definite goal kick. I know he's complaining there, but I think you'll find on the replay that Ninko was a goal kick.
So it is on the left side of the park. Little bustle. Man of the match by miles in my eyes.
In a losing team, Rob, that goes against your grain.
It's been, yeah, I know.
I think Sean Harvey's been really good too tonight.
Kirk goes short.
He's a quite achiever, isn't he, Sean Harvey?
Yep. Captain Harvey. But it's all right with the ball. But Ezzy, Detroit, tussling with Conyu. He got himself a goal kick.
So Comets 1, Campbelltown 3. Comets ending the season proper on top. 9 goals better than Campbelltown. Referee wants that retaken. But Campbelltown had had the momentum going into this game. Poor old Comets had a 4-week break. Yes, there was a practice game in there against Adelaide United, but you'd question the intensity of those games, Ben.
Yeah, when we spoke to Barney before the game, and he mentioned how they played that game out. So probably wasn't a huge advantage to having that hit out, other than being on this pitch, really, I guess.
Dittmar on the far side comes inboard to Mavra Lombardis. Now inboard to Lacornu. Bladden next in line. Bladden now. He's got Christopoulos if he wants him. Very narrow, but it stays in. Christopoulos gets the ball into the box, but too close to the keeper. Welsh was coming, but a little bit late. And Harpers releases Halliday on the far side. It's the young Piscineri to offer support, but wasn't taken. Kirk gets a favourable bounce, but Dittmar read it best. Goes back to his keeper, and Vaughan will start again.
Vince Trabodi saying Alex Mullen for man of the match.
Yeah, I wouldn't disagree with that.
Yeah, true. Always plays well. As he switches play, right-hand side. Goes short. Over Lombardis, I think it was.
Yep.
Ends up with Cornu.
He's been busy since he came on too.
Yeah. He's a good player. Lombardis again. Dittmar. Mavro Lombardis goes down. Is it a free kick?
Oh, he's going to freak out, Barney.
No, it's not. Kirk goes to Baresi. Goes short.
He's been quiet tonight, Detroit, hasn't he?
Detroit.
Yeah, I think some of the players have sort of nullified each other, haven't they, to a certain extent? And early on, Detroit was at the other side with Labasso, and they sort of
Halliday on the far side now for Campbelltown. He looks up. There's Detroit. Last time we said he had a quiet game. He scored about 30 seconds after. He's going to try and replicate that. No, this time he goes wide to Badesi, and that's too long for Badesi. And that's gone out of play for a throw into the Comets.
Somebody saying Nicholas Harper's man of the match.
Yeah, good saves.
Yeah.
He's only made 2 saves though, but he's done well with the corners.
And the high balls, absolutely. Yeah. So Berridge under pressure wins a throw in for the Comets. There's some sideline activity. Barney Smith agitated. Back to the play on the park there on the far side. Barnett goes backwards, finds Lecornu. He'll switch the play. Geez, he's asking a lot of Berridge.
Yeah,
too much.
It's decent off the boot, but it's just a bit too much.
There's no breeze down there, is there?
No, not at all.
So throw in all right for Campbelltown.
So throw in taking Baresi. Alex Mullen switches it towards Halliday.
I might have said this last week, but to me, Baresi gets better every week. I didn't see a lot of him early on, and I thought he might struggle to sort of complement Campbelltown's style of play, but he's been outstanding the last couple of weeks.
Even Carpenter.
Good take.
Goes to Kirk. Mullen again. Alex Mullen back to Kirk. It goes. Goes into attack, but couldn't find Detroit. Goes to the keeper. Time's starting to get away from the Comets.
Time.
Goes out to Lecornu.
Get inside, Nico.
Lobasso. Bitmar. Goes to Bladden. So Comets pushing it around. Losing out again. Lost the momentum, haven't they? Comets just can't seem to get it going.
Foul.
And a free kick to the Comets.
No ironic cheers there. He just doesn't give up, does he? So Christopoulos over the ball for the Comets. They trail 3-1 to Campbelltown. Is time the enemy yet? Rob, you're looking at your watch. Is the referee looking at his watch? Not yet. 33 gone this second half on the green play Australia time clock, and that's a wasted opportunity, and that's a goal kick to the Comets. Fifey, well, he's deep in thought down there. Can we hold on? I'd rather be in his shoes than his opposite number, Barney. Barney.
Ladies and gentlemen, thank you for attending the 2020 National Premier League Grand Final. The final crowd, 3,212.
Wow, that's interesting. I thought it would have, well, close to 4. 3-2. Anywhere between 2 and 4 probably would have been acceptable for me.
That was almost right.
It's been a busy schedule this week, though, hasn't it? I mean, 2,000 at Velo last night, the White City Sturt game.
And no publicity from the mainstream media.
Ditmar gets it in.
I did actually think to myself, if they'd spaced the games out maybe a little bit more,
Lobasso
might have got those neutrals.
He's had a few shots today. Goes for another one again.
Halliday did well to keep his hands behind his back then.
As they go into attack again. Oh, the touch needed there by Welsh.
I think he got that touch, Robbie, but not how he would have liked. No. See on this on replay.
He was trying to find wings, wasn't he?
Yep.
When you think about for all the possession both teams have had, considering that as a goal attempt off target, that's only Comets' second for the half. Campbelltown have had 1 for the half.
So goal kick taken here by Harpers.
Keeping in mind Campbelltown had 9 goal attempts in the first half.
Yeah, I reckon
the game plan has slightly changed, as you alluded to before.
So throw in taken. Alex Mullen looking for Baresi and Lecornu. No, I don't think got into a corner. It's a throw in, I reckon.
Just on that game plan, I'm not sure it was a deliberate change. I think it was more probably forced by being reactive to how Comets were playing in this second half.
Both coaches off their bench.
So throw in taken. Goes to Baresi. Looking to go back to all right.
10 minutes to go.
As it goes out and over the sideline.
Someone's down and been hit in a very delicate area again. It's 2 tonight.
Kirky down there, I think.
I think you're right. So we've gone almost 36 minutes this second half on the Green Play Australia time clock. Green Play Australia scoreboard: Comets 1, Campbelltown 3. And Campbelltown sort of in cruise control, letting Comets come at him because there's no more Marino up front. Went off injured in the first half, but he did his piece. Goals from Badesi in the 12th, Marino in the 20th, and Carpenter in the 64th. Some instructions there. There's Captain Kirk. Just make sure everything's in place. And a bit winded, as the male folk would know when hitting that area. Feels like they've gone up there, Kirky, but they're not.
You would know. As they go into attack, and in the way, it's Harpus. He's got a couple of votes of a man of the match tonight.
On our Facebook followers.
He's been solid, there's no doubt about that. He's been good tonight.
I think you're right, though. I think Alex Mullen will be up there. He's a Lobasso, but they tend to go more for the winning team, I suppose.
Bladder now goes backwards to Lacornu. Time becoming the enemy, 37 gone on the Green Play Australia time clock. Second half, 3-1 down. You'd want to be throwing everything at this game now. Whether we lose 4-5-1, we've got to try and get it to 3-3. That should be the mentality. Oh, almost an area there by Lacornu. Not a good ball by Welsh. Mullen goes back to all right. Chips it up the line to Detroit. And Lacornu goes back to his keeper, Vaughan.
So Vaughan for Comets, Adelaide Comets. 8 minutes plus time on to go. Can they just pull one back? And the pressure will be back on them. Campbelltown, but I think they've done enough. 3-1 up. Over the sideline it goes.
So that change is going to happen. Yatesy coming on. Sounds like Berich coming off.
So you've made 5 changes.
Yeah, they've made, because they've only made the 3. You know what I mean?
One.
You can do three changes with 5 players. So there it is on the scoreboard, 3-1. On our Green Play Australia scoreboard on screen. Comets trailing. Kirk still. Berich, he's about to come off. He's still giving a bit. There's a bit of a hip and shoulder. Christophilus should do the tidying up. In fact, he goes back to his keeper, puts Vaughan under pressure. Vaughan does clear it. Welsh under it. All right with the touch. Missionary telling him where he wants it. Goes all the way back to Harvey. Now Daniel Mullen goes wide to Halliday. Missionary coming in board to offer something. His younger brother on the far side, Anthony, but it's gone back to Halliday, who goes back to his keeper, Harpus, and Campbelltown start the rebuild.
So Harpus with the ball. Clears it. Be the treble for Campbelltown, 3 years in a row. Championship winners.
Doing a Hawthorn.
As they go into Lacornu. Who would have thought that when they played the Metro Stars and lost 4-5-0, I think, that night?
That was a turning point, wasn't it?
It
Massive
was.
turning point.
Different coach, mate.
Yeah, changed coaches after that game. As it goes to Mavro Lombardis. Comets with possession. Right-hand side of the park it goes to Barnett. Gets the deep cross.
Wow.
Too deep.
Not too
What
deep.
was it?
Oh, what was Weens doing?
I think it was a goal kick in the end.
Was it?
I was out, yeah.
Oh, wow.
Don't think he knew that at the time, though. Did he?
Watch this on replay, Robbie. Talk us through this.
So it goes in, the cross there, just couldn't quite keep
Two
it.
more plays by number 8, Brian Yates.
He was out when he tried to keep
You
it in.
think so?
Yep. Just taking a goal kick.
Yeah, I know, but I don't know whether that replay was conclusive enough to make that call from that angle, I suppose. Anyway, can't argue with the captain.
So the goal kick taken here by Harpus. Mullen try to keep it in. That's Alex Mullen. It'll be a throw in. Christofilos
Francesi looks like he's about to come on for Campbelltown.
goes in. Right hand side of the park it goes. Ditmar.
I wouldn't be surprised to see Barisi come off. He's put in a good shift. He's worked hard.
Yeah, he's run a lot, covered a lot of ground tonight, but is he?
Goes short.
Quite mobile for a big boy.
He is. In to attack the go from Yates, and it's Campbelltown. Mullen, Alex Mullen.
Went offside then.
Yates wins it. Welsh. Barnett. Can they get one back? They go in towards another good ball. Cut out there by Kirk. And
no, he's right, Kirky.
Yeah, he was. Detroit made the run, and then he stopped.
He probably needed a little bit more angle on the pass, but it was certainly the right move, I thought.
Well, Louis went that way, but then he balked for some unknown reason, as now Lecornu goes short to Yates. Goes wide. Marelambardis. Not to state the obvious, they needed a goal, and they need it now because it's only 3 minutes of normal time to go, and that's gone out for a goal kick.
Just give him a corner.
Dean Kenrick, Benny says, Benny Dale, best on ground, paid nothing for a ticket and got the best seat in the house.
Dino.
Good point.
Hey, come on.
Well done, Dino. Kenrick.
Where's my bottle of wine?
It's a Kenrick comment, isn't it?
Yeah.
Good old Dino's coaching Ingle Farm Amateurs next year, 2021.
Is that right?
Yeah.
Wow.
So Christopoulos now with the left foot in, swing it.
Great play for the Blue Eagles, he was.
Can he get it to 3-2 for a grandstand finish? Goes close to the keeper, and Harpus has done nothing wrong.
Harpus has just swallowed those up all night.
He's been great, as our Facebook fellas say. Give him man of the match.
That's why you would just put that ball a little bit further away from him, make him think. Put in a challenging area. It's made it.
So Harpus from the clearance finds Barnett. Baresi down to Detroit.
It should be safe now, Comets. 3 minutes plus time on to go.
Campbelltown, you mean?
Oh, sorry, Campbelltown.
I know you backed them, Rob, but...
for Campbelltown City, coming off his number 11, Josh Baresi.
Yeah, he's put in a good shift,
Baresi. Yeah. Very impressed with his performances over the last couple of weeks.
And young Francese coming on.
To be replaced by number 12, Nicholas Francesi.
Good to see the youngsters getting a run in this grand final.
Played someone under fucking 12.
There it is, right on the sideline, a beautiful embrace there. Young Baresi there. Came from Melbourne, did he? Is that right?
Yep.
Kirky.
I think Melbourne or Sydney.
Still in play. Kirk does well. Can he get into the box? Get some icing on the cake. There's a chance for young fella. Almost Francesi.
First touch, I don't think he knew
Well,
what
it's
to do.
been on between he and the keeper.
Well, I don't think he did anything untoward there. It was just going for the ball.
It's a corner. Gee, I'd like to see that on replay. Young Francesi, enthusiasm. Did he have a right to go for this ball? Let's have a quick look.
So.
I didn't think he did anything wrong from what I could see.
No, you're right, and the replay shows that. Vaughan not happy with the attention. And Francesi, to his credit, didn't really react.
Didn't react.
Did well,
Well done, Francesi.
Just the crowd, I think, reacted more than the player on that occasion.
So, corner kick. They go short. They're going to take their time. It'll be the championship. It'll go to Campbelltown. I can't see Comets coming back.
Wow, that's a big call, Rob, at the 89th minute. You sure?
Yeah.
Sure want to go down a limb?
Yep, Campbelltown's won the championship.
Okay. So, Campbelltown, well, that was a foul throw, surely. The referee, finally, in season 2020, gives the first foul throw of the season.
It's a bit weird.
He's given that a sort of a free kick, which wasn't a free kick, it was a foul throw. But anyway, back to the game.
So, Comets with the ball. Just not good enough tonight here at the Cooper Stadium.
Can I do a Peppicelli and say, I was the only one that picked it, Campbelltown.
You did well, mate.
It's just all about momentum,
I think
Rob.
the 4 weeks, yeah, you're right. Spot on.
If. You can't go with the if word, but, and that's why momentum was reality, not if we didn't have the second COVID break. If Adelaide City didn't have that second COVID break, would they have gone on with that? Their momentum.
Right. That's all the what ifs, isn't there?
Yes. What if we won the lottery?
Well, the way that Rob's been this year.
True. He's had some hotties come through.
As it goes in the left side of the park.
That is hot tips, by the way, not hotties in another sense.
Ladies and gentlemen, there will be 5 minutes of time.
Wow,
5 minutes. 5 minutes.
It's probably been 200 substitutions.
Well, if they get an early goal in this injury time, could make it interesting.
Well, that was
handball there.
Well, it was Walsh, but no one around him. There's the ball now to the far side of the ground. It's been kicked away.
They've had a great year, though, haven't they, Comets? They've won the minor premiership, Coach of the Year, Sergio Milton, medalist as well.
And
Nice
Golden Boot.
Yep. Golden Boot, Welshie as well. So
this is the big dance, Rob.
I know.
That's what they all want to win. On the far side now, Comets. Almost a minute of extra time played. It's chipped into the box. Welsh is there, but he couldn't get his head on it the way he would have liked, and that'll be a goal kick to Campbelltown. This final series proudly brought to you by Boral this year. We thank them for their support through the final series. Of course, Boral, Australia's largest construction materials supplier. We'd also like to acknowledge the support of the RAA. See them for your next holiday. They've got RAA travel, 10 outlets around. We can go visit them online.
So it goes out. Detmar got his head to it. Alex Mullen. Pictionary. Mullen again. Back to Pictionary it goes.
Just pushed off the ball. That's frustration by the captain. Rarely seen, I've got to say, by Welshie.
Normally cool, calm and collected.
Yeah, that's not in his locker. As the ball now switched to play from Yates. Finds Barnett, comes in board to Mavro Lombardis. Yates wants it back, doesn't get it. Well, he does actually, in the centre circle. 2 minutes of extra time to go as it's turned over. Onside is Detroyer. Louis Detroyer's got two setting upon him though. He's got Pictionary wide if he wants him, uses him, but that's too wide. Pictionary thought he was offside, he's still onside, so maybe...
Yeah,
I think he's pulled up sore.
Oh, is that why he pulled up there? I thought he was offside. Let's have a look at him, keep an eye on him.
He seemed to hobble a bit there.
Yeah.
So Welsh from the back line for the Comets now. 2 minutes of extra time played, 3 to go. We've been given an indication of 5 minutes minimum of extra time. Yates finds Bladden, finds Welsh. Wrong piece of the park that they're in at the moment are the Comets. Mavro Lombardis almost turned over. It is Halliday, but he's done it illegally, says the referee. And that'll be a free kick to the Comets.
So quickly taken here by Mavro Lombardis. Yates goes in towards Weens.
Been quiet tonight, hasn't he?
Yep. It's been difficult.
Not great service.
Mullen's done it, hasn't he?
Yep.
Twice.
I was going to say that defensively, you look at how they managed Carter last week and now how they've managed Weens tonight.
Ladies and gentlemen,
absolute credit to the defence.
That only authorised people are permitted on the field of play at any time. Any spectator that enters the field of play may be banned from attending future matches.
Detmar goes short to Lecornu. Left side, trying to find Welsh. Cleared. What do we got? 48 minutes? Just over 48 minutes played in the second half.
Less than 2 to go. So 3.5 of extra time gone. Stophelis wants to get on with it, but it's probably a little bit all in vain at the moment as Labasso is going on with it with Allright down there. And Captain Cook just coming in to separate the two players. Just watch this at the top of your screen. 1, 2, 3, 4. Let's keep going. No, referee comes in.
No yellow cards in this game too.
Yeah, that's interesting.
Maybe he's lost it, left at home. Goes in, Yates gets it in. Goes back to Weens.
Wasn't expecting
Also
it.
there's Barnett.
Oh, bad touch.
Going for a run. Detmar can't quite keep it in. It's come off his foot over the goal line for a goal kick.
49 and a bit gone this second half as Campbelltown boys. Pogliacomi, as you see on screen there, just talking with Fifey, just trying to keep him cool because Fifey might just want to take his top off and run around the pitch after winning the grand final. Those two
embracing,
boys.
both boys embracing.
They've done a great job, those two young lads. And now going through the throws as Yates, not giving up the chase, but all in vain. It'll be a Campbelltown throw. They'll be in no hurry to take it. Seconds away from the final whistle is Louis Detroyer. Can he pull a late one off? No, he can't, but he wins himself a corner or his team a corner, and this will probably be the last.
He should get the gig next season too, Fifey.
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah, I think that there's a technicality there in regards to the qualifications. That's my understanding, but hopefully there's a way they can work through that.
What, to do a course or something?
I do believe you need to be licensed.
Needs a piece of paper, does he?
Easy. Easy done.
We've got some pieces of paper up here we can give him.
We can give him a big licence.
Rob, you can give him your trophy.
There it is, a full-time whistle. Campbelltown victors 2020 in the NPLSA. Congratulations to Ian Fife and his team. Beautiful work. Don Leon down there hugging his charges as well. And, well...
4 championships in 5 years.
They've done the 3-peat.
Great record.
There's some live action down there. some live emotion. At ground level, Harper's jumping on top. And that's congratulations to Ian Fife and the Campbelltown City Soccer Club for a victory. 3-1 over the Comets tonight here at Cooper Stadium. Commiserations to the Comets. Well, I think that I will point the finger at that 4 weeks break. The momentum got halted, got jolted, and in the end, it's hard to come back.
Playing on a bigger pitch, I mean, it was always going to be difficult for them, wasn't it?
No, look, Rob, if we didn't have that break, I think it could have been a different result. I'm not saying that the Comets would have won, but I think it would have been a different game. They just look rusty tonight. Look, I know you can play against friendlies against whoever you like, but at the end of the day, competitive matches, especially in finals where 100% is given by everyone. There's great scenes down there at ground level. The Campbelltown City boys embracing premiers, victors. That is really good scenes you're seeing there.
And it's been a difficult year too with all the COVID. December the 11th, the grand final, normally in September.
Yeah, true.
So it's been a long season.
And
not sure when the season's going to restart.
Yeah, good point.
I'm talking to the guys out there looking at maybe April.
I think you'd have to look at a March, April start. Yeah. But you need a mental health break. It's been so challenging, not even football-wise, but with everything else that's going on this year.
True.
Mark Marino's on out there. Scored a beautiful goal, didn't he?
Sure did.
And got hurt early in that first half.
Nice touch there by the Comets boys, going over also to congratulate the Campbelltown lads. I know you're all on the park during that 90 minutes, Benny, but when the final whistle goes, you're all mates at the end of it, surely.
Yeah, you've got to be. The respect between the two clubs. They're both quality teams, quality players. I think it's important that that's on.
And you're seeing that on screen, actually, so it's a nice little touch there.
See if you can grab somebody.
Yeah, I've got my eye on someone.
Oh, good.
Yeah, but what about a player, Ben?
Well, I was going to get Rob's perfume, but I'll leave that.
He's smelling quite good for the first time in 22 rounds.
Can't remember who kissed me. Might have been Stevie G. Did you vanilla?
No, it smells like a woman's perfume, if I may. There's Marino, one for the cameras. Con Antonio, of course, brought him to the grand final last season on screen.
Yep.
Barney brought him there as well, but just couldn't get it done in the end.
Well, they did one better than last year. They scored a goal this year.
Might go down to Benny. I think he's got Nicholas Harpers down there. Just turn around, mate. Just face us.
Hopefully you can hear me okay. We've got Nicholas Harpers with us, and absolutely outstanding tonight. Didn't have a lot of saves to make, but what you did with the corners was absolutely outstanding. I mean, that was a really important what you did tonight. So how do you feel about it?
Oh, what can I say? Ecstatic. You know, they obviously came with a game plan to obviously target me from the corners or their set pieces. So I just had to stay strong, keep solid, and obviously make those catches and relinquish the pressure. So very happy.
3 in a row. You were outstanding tonight. The boys, what does it mean to you?
Oh, it's amazing. Considering the year, obviously, not just us, but the whole community and the world's gone through. It's just that ecstasy of finally getting it done after, 54, 55 weeks of playing football. So it's an amazing feeling. And to do a three-peat with this bunch of boys is fantastic. So.
There was a turning point during the season, and it's not very nice for you to concede 4 or 5 goals as you did during the season. After that, sadly, there was some changes at the coaching level. The boys didn't miss a beat after that. You lost the one game at Santos 3-0 to Comets. Other than that, boys were on fire.
Oh, definitely. I think that's something that's been cemented into us from when Joe was coach. Really, obviously that conditioning, getting ready into the later end of the season, and we just stuck together as a group, considering obviously what went in the first half of the year, and we just made it stick, made it work. We kept clean sheets. Defensively, we were solid. We're going forward, we're scoring goals. So.
You've been outstanding this year, mate, I've got to say. And tonight, the corners, you dealt with them perfectly. You were leading from the back all the way through to the top. And I won't take you away too much from that because I know the boys will celebrate. 3 in a row, absolutely outstanding.
Thanks, Benny. Appreciate it.
Enjoy.
Thank you.
Well done.
Well done, Benny Dale. We might get you boys a little bit closer to us. And, yeah, good scenes down there. He did pull off a save. No, it was a reflex save. It looked good on the camera, Benny. Didn't bring that up with him?
No, I didn't. No, 2 saves for the game. When I say from shots as such, and they were 1 in each half. But as we said, and without going on and on about it, I think he dealt with those corners exceptionally well. With the aerial threat that Comets have got, he had to be on that game. I mean, okay, the delivery probably could have been better, but Nicholas Harper's outstanding tonight.
So what about the Comets? Was it that 4-week break, Ben, that cost them?
Look, I don't think we'll ever really know the full answer to that, but there's no doubt that wouldn't have helped. I mean, you saw them the way they played against Campbelltown at Santos when they dismantled them that night, which was really a sort of out of character for Campbelltown, but Comets were outstanding that night. Then the break, and look, there's no doubt about it. As you said, gameplay, momentum, we saw it for Adelaide City as well, that break, it would have hurt.
You said sadly change of coach, Rob, but was it sad that they changed their coach? They seemed a different team.
It's sad circumstances.
The players weren't getting on with Stubborn. Simple as that.
I'm glad you call it the way it was, Rob.
No.
Benny's dancing down there.
I know. Look, I've been in that position, and it is tough as a coach, you know, and it was always going to be big shoes to fill with Joe Mullen there.
You reap what you sow, Ben.
Yep, I'll leave that.
Okay, fair enough. He's too politically correct, this bloke.
But a great opportunity for Fifey and Les. They've done an exceptional job. The relationship they've had with the players, and they got the
homegrown
job
boy
done
though, Fifey. I mean, they'll sort out that technicality, you reckon, Ben?
Look, I'd hope so, because there's no doubt he's got a lot to offer. The experience that he's had as a player, he's taken that into his role as a coach. He was quite calm. I saw him a little bit fired up every now and again, but I think that, you know, in your first year you've got a lot to learn. Regardless of what experience you've had as a player, it's a different job, and credit to Fifey and to Les.
So we'll get some ground shots there. I think Louis Detroit's there. Yeah, Louis Detroit's down there getting a drink. Maybe we can have a chat to him. Pete's around the mark as well. Get in there, Benny. Louis. So he's just down there. Benny Dale with Louis Detroit.
Yes, Louis. Well done, mate. Congratulations.
Thanks, mate.
How do you feel?
At the moment, pretty knackered. Yeah, look, I'm not going to lie. That little spell we had off due to the COVID thing set us back a bit, but I think last week we really hit our straps. I think that was the best we've played in a long time, and we took that confidence into today. So at the moment, delighted. Probably hasn't sunk in 3 in a row. For some of us, that's 5 now. And yeah, it probably hasn't sunk in, but no, delighted.
We did speak about the break, and it wasn't ideal for probably both teams to a certain extent, but the 3-0 loss at Santos, that must have left a bad taste in the boys' mouth, and you haven't looked back since, really.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, credit to Comets. You know, they've made that ground a bit of a fortress over the years. Everyone's aware of that. There's a reason why, you know, I think they never lose there. I think it's as simple as that. They've touched us up a couple of times there, and we know that, you know, when you get quality facilities like this, that we can probably beat anyone on our day. We believe in our, you know, our abilities. We trust each other, and I think that shows in the end.
We mentioned before the game, what does it mean for players to be able to step out on this pitch? It's absolutely fantastic experience.
Oh, it's fantastic. Yeah, I mean, you know, when the fixtures come out at the start of the year, and you know the grand final is going to be at high march, it's something that you draw the red circle around the calendar, and you look forward to it. I think the Federation do a fantastic job to get us to play here. It's become a bit of a, you know, a bit of a statement in terms of, you know, our NPL. I know some state NPLs don't get the opportunity to play, you know Amy Park in Victoria, for example. But yeah, it's great, and thank you to the Federation for allowing us to do it in the first place. You know,
mate, it wasn't a normal game for you guys tonight. I saw you at one stage. You played a ball out wide. I thought normally your eyes would have lit up because you've scored some great goals from distance this season. But it was look. The job was almost done early on in the game, wasn't it? I mean, not taking anything away from Comets, but you know, you did what you had to do early on in that game.
Yeah, you're exactly right, Benny. And I think, you know, that's where your coaching ability personally comes out, and it's like in a grand final, you probably don't expect to sort of have that much control at half time, but it just happened to be the way it was, and we'll take it any day. But yeah, it was sort of at half time we spoke about if we can just see out our jobs individually, win our individual battles, it'll get us over the line, and it definitely did.
In a minute, I'll let you get back to the boys, but thanks for your time. Enjoy the moment, and very well deserved. Well done.
Well done, Louis. Cheers.
Well done, Benny.
Well done, Benny.
Presentation of the runners-up, of course, with the Comets getting their medals from Michael Carter, the CEO.
What does the 3-peat mean, Benny? On his T-shirt.
You serious, Rob?
Three-peat. PEA 3-peat. Repeat.
Oh, repeat.
Number 77, Chris.
Repeat after repeat after.
Oh, okay.
Nice tops.
You were saying it during the broadcast, were you?
Yeah, well, you know.
A 3-peat. So anyway, the boys there, Comets, Can they hold their head up, Ben? I mean, they had a good season.
Yes.
I know it's not nice losing a grand final, but what do you do in the change rooms now if you were the coach? What if you were Barney? What would you do?
Look, to be honest, I don't know the answer to that question. All I know is, yes, there's no doubt they'd be disappointed because they won the minor premiership, or whatever, the Premier's Plate, whatever we refer to it as. Individually, they cleaned up. This is where you want to get the job done and enjoy the moment. But look, they just weren't good enough tonight, and I know that Barney will be angry that I've said that, but that's the reality of it. They pressed high early on and didn't get probably the rewards of that hard work, but Campbelltown settled better, probably took control of that midfield and went on and took their chances, and their chances in that first half. I mean, it was nine goal attempts to 5 in that first half. It was a pretty dominant display.
Alex Mullen getting the man of the match.
Oh, wow, fantastic. Yeah, well deserved.
And David Martin on the Facebook page, well done, Fifey, star man. Onwards and upwards. I'll give you my coaching licence. I like that.
Nice work.
And Vic Erbell, you beauty Campbelltown. So a lot of congratulations to the Campbelltown Red Devils. Certainly a quality team.
Absolutely. As the presentations are happening,
presentations will now be made.
I'd like to take this opportunity to thank the Federation for their support this season in a very trying season for everybody. And to the clubs for being very responsive to the live streaming team and having facilities there for us to live stream, to bring this action to our Facebook and YouTube users. And hopefully you guys have enjoyed it at home as well. 14,000 last time I looked, watched the game last week, Rob, on YouTube alone. So the numbers are definitely there. We hope you're enjoying it. Hope it carries on next season as well. And LSA would like to just thank everyone that's helped our journey along the way through this season. So they go through all the players.
Number 11, Josh Baresi.
Baresi had a great game.
He did.
Number 12, Nicholas Francese.
Francese had a bit of a tussle with the keeper.
Most scored at the end.
Pictionary always plays well, doesn't he?
Number 15, Anthony Pictionary.
What a play. Is his brother Anthony.
Came on late in the game. Always ever reliable at the back.
Yep. Daniel played well, keeper.
Did very well. A few nominations for man of the match on YouTube, on Facebook, sorry. Adelaide just consistent all the time.
Would they keep most of these players next season, Benny?
Sorry, guys?
Would they keep most of their players next season?
Well, look, you'd like to think so. I mean, there's always been question marks over the last couple of years, and then when Joe Mullen left at the end of last season, there was question marks about it. But why would you leave? I mean, you're playing for the best club in the state, and just recently, over the last couple of years, the best club team in the country. They're doing something right, and
I think Matt Mullen's going to retire. I think this season. That's what I heard, anyhow.
Look, I mean, Matty Mullen is a fantastic player to have around the change rooms. I mean, he'd be disappointed not to be getting much game time at the moment, but his contribution and the experience that he's got with the young players at training and in the change rooms, money can't buy that sort of experience.
And there was talks that they might pick up Isaac Mullen.
Yeah, I did hear that. Yep.
So, but there's another thing that he might be signing for the Blue Eagles, I'm not sure. So another Mullen, possibly.
Well, it was a good night here tonight at Cooper Stadium. Good crowd, just over 3,000 attended. See the numbers on the views later, but it's a beautiful night here in Adelaide, and I think credit to the local league for getting, was it 3-3 in the end, or thereabouts. Really self-sufficient. Social media is the only way. There wasn't anything in our local mainstream medias.
Yeah, terrible.
They do have a relationship with Channel 9. I don't know what sort of relationship it is, but blimey, Charlie, they can't blame that there's AFL on and all this sort of stuff. If you can't give this league
Clayton's relationship,
if you can't give this league, which is the equivalent of the SANFL, if you're telling me you give the SANFL this much coverage on your 7, 9, and 10. Like you do to this NPL, then I'll go, hey, it's disgraceful.
Credit to 5AA. I did hear it this morning.
Oh, wow, you heard it once on 5AA. Big deal.
Something.
I think it's disgraceful. Absolutely. The more I think about it, just compare SANFL to the NPL, which is the equivalent of the next tier down, and tell me if football or Australian rules would be happy with that coverage for them. Well done to those lads down there anyway, on a positive note. The champions of 2020 Campbelltown City Soccer Club. There they are, three-peat, 3 in a row. Well done, guys. And the ever-traditional We Are the Champions coming up in the background.
Vince Tripodi on the Facebook. Thanks, guys, for the commentary. Can't wait to see you next season.
Well, hopefully.
Oh, well.
You never know next season.
We're there, we're not. We'll live another day.
Yep, true. It's been a good ride, though. And
it has.
Big thanks to the entire LSA team, of course. Jim Manning, our producer, come director, who taught Bomber this year. And well done to you, Paul Bombardieri, taking the reins, helping us out. Our cameraman Chappie, ever reliable. Robert Chapman, always on the cameras. He's a bit of a Rob Peppicelli, just about. Must be a Rob thing with that dedication.
Stav Parissos, the AFL pay big bucks to get the media coverage. Nothing's for free.
No, I don't know about that, Stav. Stav, the channels pay big bucks from the AFL to get that coverage. Now, the mainstream media, you telling me the advertiser pays to cover the AFL? I don't think so, Stav. They just want to make their billion-dollar product get exposure. Now, what do the advertiser pay for AFL stories?
No.
I understand that the AFL rights are paid for by Foxtel and Channel 7, but you can't. What about SANFL then, Stav? Why does the SANFL get 10 times more coverage than our NPL when it's the equivalent of?
And Vic Ebel says Channel 9 doesn't care about local leagues.
Of course not.
All they care about is those 2 weak AFL franchises.
Absolutely. And talking about young kids that will never play an AFL game, but they give
how
that.
Do you know?
They won't, because the majority don't of that draft. All we hear about is that blummin' draft. Sick of it.
I watched They just took a photo then some of the players that have been involved in the 5 championships. That's a fantastic achievement, isn't it?
Yeah.
What about Fifey, mate? Can we get a chat with him? Is that possible? Is he's bringing the boys in, Poglicomi, or are they going to the supporters?
He's being interviewed at the moment, so you might be able to hear that.
Who's he been interviewed by?
BMC.
I thought you were the only one down there. Okay. Well, that's not coming through our PA system, unfortunately. So, let's see who else.
They're glad that Mr. President is there, Don. He would love it.
But might get Les.
Yeah, Les, absolutely.
Oh, they're all getting fired up over there. Don't want to get in the way of their celebrations. They're enjoying their moment.
So going back to our team, a big thank you to what he said about Chappie. Young Pete, of course. Pete Senior is with us tonight. He's there at ground level, actually getting those shots that you can see on screen right now. Benny Dale, Ryan Marveggio, Tony Lascala. Did I miss anyone, Rob?
Thanks for the opportunity, guys. It's been fantastic. No. Great experience.
Pleasure to have you on board, mate.
Well done, Benny.
You give your time because you love this game.
That's it.
Great pictures down there. Look at that. Boundary side. Did I miss anyone, Rob?
No, I don't think so.
Thank you to all the clubs that made us.
Guys.
I did.
Jimbo, you mentioned Jimbo.
First. He was first. And the clubs for being very receptive.
You
the majority.
You mentioned me.
No, I haven't actually.
Oh, you haven't?
You and me are last. We're thanking everyone.
Oh, okay, that makes sense.
And the clubs for being really responsive and receptive to live streaming. The majority of the clubs, I'll say. The majority of the clubs for getting facilities. Yes, Rob.
Stav once again says we were given the facts of President's meeting by Football SA as to what the AFL pay.
Yeah, but I don't see.
Oh, I don't agree.
I don't agree. Sorry, Stav. I know that that's what they tell you they pay for the rights, and I know they pay billions of dollars for the rights. That's for Seven and Foxtel to cover it. But you're telling me, local print media and the news, why do they do basketball, hockey, women's football, women's soccer? Sorry, not even women's soccer.
And I'm pretty sure I saw hockey or something 2 days ago.
But even stories about so-and-so, being seen having coffee. Stav, I know that you're trying to be politically correct, mate, but this mainstream media are pathetic.
Anyhow,
absolutely
Stav,
pathetic.
At the end says, well done to you guys for covering our sport through the season, a very good effort, which is,
well, thank you
very much, Stav.
And I say, forget the mainstream, because now you've got smart TVs, you can pick and choose what you want, how you want, the way you want, and if you need help with that, live streaming is always here to help you.
If you don't like it, just don't buy it.
Well, I read an article the other day, mate, free-to-air TV is dying. I love it.
And the advertiser hopefully goes with it.
Well, that's another pathetic piece of paper that there's only one use for that.
Yeah.
That's to wrap up your fish and chips.
When I got rid of Val, that was it.
And Rob Greenwood. There is no soccer in there. Where's the soccer in the advertising? You know, I feel sorry, but I think the soccer family are learning to go where soccer is, and the views that we get through the stream are fantastic.
It is. It's astronomical, isn't it? The amount we get.
Benny Dale, your thoughts, mate?
Oh, look,
as we wrap season 2020 up.
Yeah, look, I mean, my thoughts on the season itself, considering the disruptions we've had throughout the year, the Federation really, in their consultation with the clubs to make this happen, have done a fantastic job. You've got to give credit where it's due. In regards to the media, we can't do anything about that. We control the controllables. From a Federation perspective, Michael Carter and his team, really, and they would have done a lot of consultation with the clubs in that regard, because you've got to make sure you're complying with all the
different things. Mate. Can you get him across,
I could probably do that, yeah.
Call him over, wave him over. He's had a very challenging season, Michael Carter, the CEO, and Benny Dale's going to have a chat. Can we ear him up? Can we?
Yeah, good call. Yep.
We'll just ear him. We'll get him ready for the interview. The Federation has done very well. They've been very accommodating with the clubs this year. They said they don't want them to pay any extra dollar from what they needed to do this season just to get through the season. Yeah. So, you know, they come under a long
season. Yeah.
They come under a lot of criticism to the Federation, but I tell you what, mate, in my recent lifetime, this has been the best administration that I've seen and witnessed. They've
I just heard you then.
Well, we paid credit to the Federation in regards to making this happen with all the interruptions we've had throughout the season and or in the world for that matter, and to be able to put on a display like they have tonight. We've got the man who's at the top of the tree, the CEO of Football South Australia, Michael Carter.
Ben, g'day, how are you?
How did you put up
this tonight? Oh.
How did you put up, Michael? I would have thought you would have pulled your hair out. You would have looked like me tonight.
I have got no hair left. I said that last year, but no, it's been really good. Credit to the team, credit to you guys. It's been a long year. We've been at it since. You know.
We're having a little bit of a
just
problem
turn around and face
us.
Yeah, we might
come around this
please.
way, Pete, if that's all right. To be able to put on tonight, though, at some point during the season, a number of times during the season, you would have thought this may not have been possible.
Yeah, well, it's been start, stop, and then start again. Nothing was going to stop us tonight, though. We're pretty determined to get it done. The clubs have been fantastic. All of the sponsors have been fantastic. The football community, the players, they've had three pre-seasons effectively. So, you know, that credit to all of them, the coaches and everybody. It's been wonderful.
Michael, when are you looking at restarting next season?
November next year.
Sounds good to me.
Hashtag return to Coopers.
We're gonna start probably the week after Easter, guys.
Okay, sounds good.
A bit of a rest. But the juniors will come back as normal in March.
Michael, can I ask you if you can hear us down there? Financially,
How good's this?
Yeah, absolutely.
Is that COVID compliant?
No.
Well, there's no cases. How can you pass something on that doesn't exist?
It is brilliant, great scene.
This is great colours. The club, both clubs, Adelaide Comets and Campbelltown, are both you know, very, very big clubs and proud clubs within the Premier League competition. And Campbelltown, 3 in a row. It's pretty wonderful. They've got a great bunch of players. They've got a great culture, and it just proves that, you know, having good leadership and building from the bottom up really pays off.
Michael, I was going to say, given COVID, would there be any chance with interstate travel of the possibility of the NPL champions as they have in previous years? Has there been talk about that?
There has been, but we're in discussion with Football Victoria to possibly hold a series of a festival of football with State of Origin to open the State Centre in 2022. So watch this space. I'm not sure what's going to happen with the NPL final series, but we're certainly looking at all the events that we can run.
And at the moment, everyone probably wants a break, to be honest.
Yeah, definitely. You know, we're nearly at Christmas. It doesn't feel like it, but I must have a big shout out to my team, the board. We've had very steady hand throughout the year. My management team and the operational staff, we've lost a few through COVID, but Wendy, George, Faraz, Severa, Stephen, and, you know, those of you who are listening know who you are. They've been a rock, and there's no way that you could do it without them.
Absolutely. Thanks. Guys, have you got any other questions for Michael?
Yeah, look, the whole world economy, Michael, took a hit. How close is the FSA to sort of getting back to some sort of normality for future seasons? You said about the new project, that's probably been delayed. Any other things been delayed in regards to...
No, we haven't delayed that. The tender closes on Tuesday. We'll award a tender this side of Christmas and start next year. In regards to our financial position, we'll record a surplus this year. and projected for a surplus next year. But that, you know, we've been able to help the clubs this year with a partnership from the state government, and also put in a little bit of our cash reserve to help, and it's been great. So we're very lucky. We're very lucky.
Are we in a good position for 2021? Do you think, the Federation?
Oh, look, it depends what happens with this, you know, this disease. Who knows? We're in a good position to, if nothing happens, to really push forward. I think we've got some real resilience. Our numbers have been great. We've increased our numbers this year. Can you believe that?
Yeah. Are you budgeting for cups to come back, like Federation Cups, that will have teams be able to qualify for FFA Cup and stuff?
Yep. We'll have 2 teams qualifying for the Cup next year, for the FFA Cup, for sure.
How do they qualify? Both teams? Like the winner and the runners-up?
Yes.
Winner and cup winner?
No, I think we're going to go with the 2 Cup finalists.
That's happening.
Yep.
Okay.
Michael, thanks for your time. Thanks for your patience
for
throughout the season as well, mate. And thanks for our relationship.
See you next season.
Yeah, we will. Thank you very much.
Thanks, man. Well, it has been a great season. It's been a testing, trying season for everyone all round. Yes, Mr. Pepper.
Just a couple of more comments on the Facebook page. I haven't lived, Vince Tripodi, I haven't lived in Australia for 24 years, and I love how things never change. Bruno Caparella, congratulations on live membership, Rob. Thank you, Bruno. Bruno also says, Paul, I stopped buying the Crow Tizer years ago. Pathetic excuse for a publication.
Yeah, so did I, Bruno, but I'm trying to tell Rob to open his eyes as well.
Beer sales have gone down the last 24 years since Vince Tripodi moved to Belgium too, just quietly.
Oh, is he like that? That's about it from us. Have you got anything else you'd like to add, Benny Dales? We see you on screen as you start your journey.
Right on, Benny.
Oh, no, sorry, that's what I was going to ask. Who's up for next season? There was a final last night, so who we got coming up?
So Sturt Lions won last night, 2-0, so they're back up in the NPL, and a fantastic effort with South Adelaide Panthers.
Yep. Right.
Yep, and Cobras and Eastern United up into State League
Oh,
1.
bomber, well done,
So
there
fantastic.
you go. Look at that. Hell.
And
So-
Eastern United, promoted as well.
Correct, that's right.
Along with Cobras. Yeah.
And Rob, you'll be happy to know I signed Zach Miller yesterday.
For Modbury?
Yep.
Wow.
So there you have it.
Good on you.
So you come and live stream when we
Shall
open up
do.
the new change rooms and new
As long
club
as we
rooms
get,
probably this next year.
Lunch and tea and breakfast.
We'll sort something out for you.
So we've lost.
Well done, mate.
So we've lost Modbury and Para Hills, and
Correct.
coming up Sturt and South Adelaide.
Yeah.
Well, we hope to have your company in season 2021. Hopefully it'll be a little bit better than we had this year. It's been a shocker of a year, and well, we hope you've kept sane through it all. Hopefully we've given you a little bit of sanity and laughter and entertainment throughout the season.
Yeah, thank you, Paul, as well, mate. We've done a great job. I mean, we've had you for a whole season just about.
Well, that's because DJ dried up, mate.
Normally, we've got Tony here. I think he's only done one game.
I reckon I've only done one show this year, as in DJing, so that's why I've been with you all season.
Well done.
But I did thank Tony as well during the
Yeah, I
thank
know.
yous.
He did. He's
Benny Dull, thank
great
you.
guy.
Thank you to Peter
Thanks,
White down there. Thank you to young Pete, to Chappie, to Bomber, Jimbo, our producer, director as well. Thanks to the entire LSA team. Thanks to the FSA team as well for looking after us as well this season. So nothing more to say than have a great Christmas and New Year. Have a safe one, and hopefully we'll catch you back in 2021 from the entire LSA team. Have a blessed Christmas, and we'll see you next year.
See you later.
Follow the Super Leagues, up and down the leagues. Hull to Swindon Town, we did go. Up for the fight, we party all night. We're Leeds United, and we're coming home. So stand up for Marcelo, hoist up the Yorkshire Rose. It's time to say goodbye to all that we've known. We wanna go home. He's taking